all of you, all of you arrive at House Nitari. Well, all of you arrive at House Letari, aka House Nitari. You all see a familiar-looking uh, snake princess. You all follow said snake princess into fancy house. You all do not get shot when Marcy is like, "That's them." Um,
Huh.
and
That's them, I said.
Marceline, you can lead them to the fancy lounge room where Cassius and Akasha are waiting in with the matron and villain.
Yeah, Kash, do
Villain.
you think we should scare them a little bit?
Scare them how?
Alright.
And
I bet you I
as
could convince the matron here to surround them like guards when they enter the room.
at this, when we get there, starting this Mount Fury, you would just look at Fury and just essentially try to paint the picture of his mind. If whoever showed up at the inn shows up again, although it hurts me, fucking stomp them in the dirt.
Wait, see who? What do you say?
Trying to carry that message through the mind of the horse, there's not a single word exchanged.
Oh, never mind. Alright. Also, are the guards gonna be wondering, wait, why the fuck did he say something verbally? No one's.
Shit. Sorry, I keep dropping things. That's my bad.
I mean, realistically, considering what I'm at least assuming Acacius is to these people, and he's referred to you guys as his companions, I don't think they care what you say.
Alright. Like, Marceline was
that would
quite
be my
literally.
guess, at least.
Marceline was simply telling Adominus to simply shut the fuck up. I'm aware this magic is not your cup of tea, but shut the fuck up. Don't say anything. For the sake of Jonas' balls, don't say anything. For the sake of your life. I don't want, like, that is a zip it for your safety, zip it. Ignore it. Swallow your pride.
So, Marceline, what's the deal here?
Um
Who is who?
um
Acacius will wave you guys over once you enter the room.
hey, Cassius, Kasha, they're here. Um, uh, this is, uh, this is Matron I forgot how to pronounce her name already.
I don't think
Ceravel?
I don't think King ever told us how to pronounce it.
Saravel.
Yeah, Ceravel. Ceravel and Villain. Um,
I'm gonna give a quick bow. Hello.
Do the rest of the party follow? Or you're hanging on the outside? Hellboy and Ranger Girl?
Oh, damn.
alright. Is
So
Adominus
I'm
gonna
gonna turn at
enter?
Marceline a second time and say, "Who are these people?"
Fucking Ranger girl.
They're the members of the, they're the members of the Lithari, aka Lithari household. Um, and it, we, uh, uh, Reese, I'm trying to, I'm talk to my lawyer. I miss.
I have absolutely no idea what they're going
That's
on
the
about,
main. That's
but
the matron and the eldest daughter.
no, I
The
mean
rest
I
is
don't know
gonna
who
turn to
King.
Cassius and ask, Who
I-
are we addressing first and foremost?
Sir Billy, I'm trying to.
Because Larissa wants to know who the matron of the particular household is, but when Marceline introduced
Oh,
both of them, she was
that's the
unsure who was
matron. That's the
the first.
matron.
Acacius will hold his hand out. This is Matron Svarel. I'm gonna say it wrong. I know I am.
I'm gonna give a quick bow again. Hello, matron Sarsvel.
Marceline's been through a lot in the past several hours. She's probably freaking out right now.
I'm just
Uh,
gonna remind
out of
Marceline of we're having a
character.
conversation later to fill me in.
mhm.
Out of character, I said matron Zavari.
Anyways,
Matron Zavari.
Matron,
what
these
is-
are my
Oh, no.
companions. And they are the reason we are here in the Underdark in the first place. The reason you were able to meet my brother in all his gloriousness. Larissa,
Yes.
would you kindly explain to Matron Savariel? I mean, is that right, Savariel? King?
Matrons were Sarevel.
Saravel. Okay, I knew I
Sarvel.
was saying it right.
Hang on,
Please explain
I'm
to
phonetically spelling it. Vel.
Larissa, would you please explain to Saravel what it is we came to the Underdark for?
I'm going to bow one more time and say
So, before you explain anything, Sarevel sees Lorcan,
Mm-hmm.
and let's just see. Anyone riding a chimera stands out like a sore thumb. More
Mm.
so than one who rides a hell horse. Easy.
And the horse did not enter the building. Just for reference, just saying.
Yep, yep.
Oh, Lorcan
She
definitely
looks
did.
at Lorcan and she looks at you. You all can tell these two are very quickly putting all the dots together. And then Saravel kind of like tests the waters. A chimera. I heard rumors about a certain archdruidess having a chimera. And then she looks at you, Acacias and Akasha. So this is what it all is about.
You would be correct, astute matron. That is what brought us down here. And I
Do you know?
believe that it is mutually beneficial to both of us if you were to assist us in this matter.
Can you confirm if what you think may have happened to my brother? I hear he is being held by a different house.
Um. So
She
Larissa-
looks at you. Yes. Whatever they were supposed to do, I do not know necessarily the details. Each house guards its secrets very, very zealously. I can tell you right now, Acacias, not a single house knew what we had in our basement until today.
You have done quite well with that. I thank you.
But all I can say is probably whatever they did crossed the lines against House Bendar. And when she says this, rumbling and thunder occurs behind in the Underdark. I am afraid I will not be able to help you very much in that account on what the issue was or what was their mission, unless you already know, of course.
House Bangor, but considering you briefly mentioned that the upcoming matron is about to marry someone outside of the Underdark, and what do you think the chances are of one of his missing party members, or him for that matter, being the be? Barcelona is like, as she says this, is going to step closer to Larissa to get ready to comfort her just in case. Actually, no, pretty much get ready to comfort her because, yeah, this is not gonna be great.
I assure you, not even I know yet.
I mean,
What would you
don't
say
know,
is the
but
likelihood?
yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, it is quite normal for the matrons of the different houses, or even the other noble houses, to marry a powerful and strong mate, as it ensures the strength of our lineage.
Larissa's now realizing the likelihood is increasing, knowing what her brother can now summon, and is going to ask, and if one were to object at a wedding, what would the correct procedure be for the
She
Underdark?
looks at you. There is no objecting to a marriage. What do you mean, object?
How does one steal the groom from the bride?
Well,
Legally.
you sneak into a house without being noticed, and then you steal the groom without being noticed and get out of the city.
She's gonna look towards everyone and then give the hand of, almost like serving a platter. She's going to put her hand palm upward
Dimitri's
and
not
say,
going to be happy about this one.
Or
I
we
thought
could,
my family had problems.
go with the non-underdark option and just make a big show of it, make a distraction, and get them out by the ones that aren't noticed.
I had an
I
idea.
feel like she's going to whisper to Sarin really quick that it's not just my brother we have to get out. His party members are also here.
Yeah, and
Sorville,
Well,
even then, we're not 100% sure it's Kaylin. It could be someone
at,
else.
at this point, Saren would whisper back to Larissa. It's like, yeah, but if I make a big enough disturbance, we'll buy you a lot of time.
Point
Wait,
taken.
what about you?
Sorville, I have a question for you. If this wedding were to occur, and the groom were to be stolen away by an unknown group, this would inflict a great amount of dishonor upon House. I forgot how to say the name
Bendar?
of the other house. Benethar,
Bendar.
right? Who has him?
Bendar.
Is it Bendar? Would it not?
Yes.
And that would, without a doubt, benefit House Nathari. So
It
what
would.
I'm curious if you might be able to find a way to get a couple of us invited. Perhaps as guests. Such a major thing as a crowning of a new matron and a wedding at the same time cannot possibly be a closed circuit, could it? Surely they want to show off their god and
She looks at you and then looks at the big cat.
not all of us, of
Villain
course.
looks at you. Yeah, that's not happening with the chimera walking around.
I did
She's
not
going to
necessarily mean all of
innocently.
us. Obviously, a couple of us stand out like sore thumbs. But but on the same count, a couple of us do not. In fact, not many people know we exist yet. I for example, and probably a wild card, so to speak.
Akasha's also a relatively recent party member too.
I mean, most important people we know are not from the Underdark also, so even the few of us that are known up above, sorry for the turn of phrase, but I think that's the more apt given where we are, even if we would be up above, we would have been a bit more recognizable, but down here, obviously I stand out like a sore thumb. I mean, red skin over the drow's darker complexion, obviously I'll still stand out. Plus, my mount is not exactly discreet, but even then, most people wouldn't know our identity down here.
I hate to say it, but you, Larissa, and Marceline would likely stick out no matter what we do with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Marceline, because she just got Aquarius's blessing, and therefore Loth no doubt has her targets set on her. Larissa, well, we've already been over your reason, and Saren, you know all too well why you would stick out.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Akasha, Laura, and I, if we could find a way to get into the wedding on our own, could, I suppose, in a sense, try and convene the captives in one place. You all get ready for, as you suggested before, some kind of distraction.
To be to be very clear on this point, Acacius, distraction. You have any limitation of things not to do?
I know how you feel about Drow, but do not kill anyone that would be considered innocent by their laws, Saren.
No, 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 no. It's not against the drow as a whole, it's against some acts that are happening, Acacius.
There's a difference between a distraction and then having the entire might of the Underdark brought down upon you, Saren.
I'm well aware of
You
that.
must recognize that we are but flies in an anthill. One wrong move, and we will be swallowed whole.
Which is why I told you if things turned bad, to use that scroll to get everybody else out, Acacius.
I could make an earthquake.
Larissa? Earthquake do not discriminate against structure or people. You sure you really want to do that?
It's a distraction, is it not?
Yes,
And
but if the
safe
building...
thing would be is to go outside. I will a level 10 earthquake. I will
Larissa...
show some restraint. I will control it.
But
I'll hold
Larissa...
the earth.
But Larissa, an earthquake will shake structure. If the structure is not up to par, it will come crumbling down. You might catch innocent in the crossfire.
I mean, that would be the structures. Oh, but at the same time, innocence is fine is not ideal.
Matron, are you able to hide people within your shadow? King?
Yes.
Acacius was asking the matron if she can hide things in her shadow.
It is possible, yes.
Could we potentially seclude the three of them within there till it is time for our great escape? I, of course, do not want to risk you receiving any of the flack for this endeavor, because that works against my interests. But your assistance would be greatly appreciated. And I'm sure my mother will love to hear all of the good deeds you did to assist me. And I suppose I will make a persuasion roll.
With advantage.
Okie dokie.
Because it is in their prerogative.
So an 18.
An 18.
Can I
She
guidance it?
looks at you. Yes, if you want to guidance it.
Alright,
I do have a question though.
sure.
Who are you relying on for the guidance? Shar or Sin?
Why
I
not
think
both?
in this situation, well, no, in this situation, it's probably his mother. Because Acacia still has the shard. He just saw his
Yeah.
brother, so in his mindset, he's probably definitely briefly fallen back into his mindset of when he was one of the princes of the Shadowfell. So, yeah, so Shar right now.
Excellent.
Only got a 1,
Okay.
but 19.
And 19. She looks at you. House Nitari will provide the assistant. We are more than capable of managing ourselves in the Underdark. And besides, I want to put all the other houses head on a pike.
That would resonate with Fork, I know.
No argument there.
True. Such
I
hapless savages and their goddess.
Kasha will know Drow culture. Marceline would know also roughly Drow culture. And Dominus will know. Sarin Ilara will. Lara would know Drow culture. Kasha, Marceline, Ilara roll nature with advantage.
Ooh, okay.
Did you
Those
swap
nearest
to
with
Gravari just to do
Wait,
that?
was so crap. I forgot to do the thing again. 21.
All right,
Keep
21
forgetting
from the Marcy. 20. Oh, it's a.
Oh, now Alara is doing it too.
Yeah, Lara is also doing it too. Oh, no worries.
Spreading.
17.
It's
Okay,
spreading.
17. Okay. With the 13, the 17, and the 21 from the three of you girls. Well, all three of you can tell it is going to truly be in their favor and in House Nitara's favor if they slaughter all the other houses.
A
They get to
bloodletting,
be
so.
the sole supreme power, Drow at least, in the Underdark.
I do have a question. Actually, you know what? Philin already saw my insignia, so Marceline will pull out her insignias, like her Syndrome's insignia. She's going to keep her family, like the fact she got adopted insignia, like under her shirt. Do you think I can? I'm aware of that. There's apparently some family that reside down here. Do you think they'd be willing to help at all, or should I not ask? I'm aware that they were they basically delicately put all of the dominoes together in order to survive down here. And I don't want to accidentally mess it up. I don't want them to feel like I'm trying to mess it up.
She looks at you. The Yuan-Ti are known allies, yes, of the different houses. We have worked together.
you know which house went to the meadows, because I do not believe it is in our interest to invite them. Because she'll look at Marceline, hoping she remembers the Yuan-Ti were also part of the attack on the meadows.
Well, and then she kind of like hints to it. She doesn't say it directly, but she does hint to it. Well, it definitely was not the Sundram family, because even they know better than to attack one of their own.
Okay.
She's clearly hinting, like for those with the very high passive insight, that she already knows who Marceline is, especially with the big cat and seeing the insignia. Oh yeah, things all match up.
She was like, I think they already knew the second they saw the star house. Like, oh, yep, that's the daughter of Void. All right.
Yeah, just not mentioning it for the time being. I wonder why.
Hmm.
It's because Marceline is going to become my mother, and they're going to help me. That's what my private side RP was about.
No.
Don't worry, there's some more ground to lay first, but
That's an awkward.
I mean,
You'll have a
out
young
of
mother.
character, I think it would be interesting, but at the same time, I don't think Marceline would be too fond unless they like are at a point where they like agree on pretty much most things. I don't know.
it's okay. Once the melding begins, you and Shar will agree on a lot of things, even if you don't think you would initially. That's just part of the process.
Yeah, it's just
Anyway.
your free will being stripped away. No biggie.
Yeah, but you won't notice it. You know, you'll think you're doing it willingly. That's the nice
It'll be
part
your
about
own
it.
idea.
Exactly. It'll be your own idea to give yourself more and more over to Shar.
All right, hold on. Speaking of Charlotte, Marceline's gonna think for a moment. I am admittedly curious, considering from what I've gathered. According to many history books, the books portrayed Shar as not great to say the least, but it's
Of course, they didn't
from what I
portray my
can.
mother as good.
Yeah.
He was an enemy of Zoriana.
So it's most likely like just like primarily propaganda.
Who knows? Even I don't know.
I mean, I'm asking
And I was
because
there.
anything if they would know anything about why, like, on if it's 100% propaganda or if there's like tiny bits and sprinkles that inspired the propaganda.
Does Acacia seem like someone who'd be the son of someone so absolutely atrocious?
Yes.
Did you say yes?
I don't know you all that well, Acacius. It's been a couple months.
I don't know. I was throwing shit out.
I'm only
Yeah.
learning you were related to Shar.
Marceline just feels guilty because like
You guys learned I was 4,000 years old before I did.
That's also true.
yeah.
Also,
So,
Larissa, hang on. I'm gonna DM this to you.
alright.
Yeah, what do you all do?
Okay.
So
I don't know that actually.
yeah. Oh,
No, I think. Oh, you haven't been. Oh, I thought I mentioned that before.
No.
That Vept killed me.
No?
Yeah, no, I definitely mentioned that before.
No, you mentioned that Vept would have killed your mother, but not you.
Well, I was there. I watched it happen. What do you think happened to me afterwards?
I do have
You know who
another.
Oh, I was under the impression that was the person who sired Dimitri.
What are you talking about right now, Larissa?
Maybe stuff happened in your side RP, but as far as Larissa's aware, at the dinner table, Dimitri had explained that it was Vept who sired him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. I have two questions, matron. One, I don't know how much you know about the current Shadowfell situation, but are you aware of any dog-like creatures sorcerers can summon?
Yes, there are those from the Sundram family that learned how to use Shadowfell magic.
Are you aware of like the origin of the Font of Ill Omens, I believe they're called?
Yes, I am aware of the sorcery magic from from certain Yuan Ti families.
I mean, we like. I'm honestly more curious about how the the like they came to be. Were they like created from something else, or did they just at some point hit? Just 1 second they didn't exist, and then suddenly they boom they do exist. If that makes sense.
She thinks about your question for a moment. Most of them were once Shadakai.
Ah.
I had a feeling as much.
I actually I actually have the ability of to summon one. Do you want me to introduce you to Toaster Strudel? And
You really wish to show us your little puppy, don't you?
yeah, I'm honest. Like, I just recently fully realized that his plane of origin is the Shadowfell. So,
You
and that
may
was shortly after.
summon. You may summon.
Right.
You may summon him.
Once the
Right.
matron gives the permission, Akasha's gonna kind of like stand in front of Acacius a little bit and just kind of stay right there.
Marceline is going to step further away from Acacius just in case, and then where is features? All right,
Honestly,
Toaster
not really
Strudel.
that concerned about Toaster Strudel.
All right, Toaster Strudel. Can Hayes, can you come here and introduce yourself, buddy?
That's the.
Personally, I like that she's spawning it right beside Indominus.
Oh God!
Who's about to play
like
whack-a-mole
Marceline
with my
again is
if
just gonna
I
look
guess so.
Dominus. You briefly mentioned you don't like him. Toaster Strudel's a precious boy, but don't say anything, please.
Too late. Here he comes.
Here comes the sun. Do 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 do.
Yeah, that's my theme.
Like,
That was ominous sounding.
Toaster Strudel's gonna be placed right here.
Dun 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 dun.
Larissa, I'm gonna message you something else because I want to double check something.
Okay.
Marceline, you are able to summon the dog.
Like right here.
Yep, you are easily able to summon the dog. Saravel and Villain, look at your dog. He is quite small for a black dog.
I mean, he's the size of a Great Dane, though he looks a lot like a Basset Hound. So.
Yes. What I meant to say is, this one is quite young. They can be much bigger and much more terrifying.
Toshishiro, can you be terrifying? I think it might be partially because I gained the ability to summon him recently. I don't know if there's a choosing process or anything, but so there's a chance he was simply born like this?
Not quite. It probably has not eaten enough Shadakai yet. They just say it casually, not like it's the most morbid thing y'all have heard today.
Yeah. Yeah. He wants to eat acacias. That was something we found out today, and apparently, at some point, last week or so, a dragon almost wanted to eat acacias. So.
Yeah, kind of weird how that dragon wanted to juggle people. I don't know what was up with that.
He seemed like a rather jolly soul.
They look at you like that's probably not related to the dog.
Just casually say, "Oh yeah, apparently Acacius is the most edible member of the party."
And not in the fun way. I'm sorry. The opportunity was right there. It presented itself.
I don't know. Acacia might want to argue against that point, King, but whatever.
I think Atasha would be the one who is the most edible in a fun way category. I think. I have no idea.
What does everybody do after this particular little conversation?
Well, I suppose Acacius will plan with Sarivel the more specifics about what's gonna happen, and who's gonna be hiding inside the shadow of hers.
Yeah, all of you can talk it out and decide. Sarabel will tell all of you that she is going for the wedding because she and Villain are supposed to be present.
So you want Larissa 090 created distraction. Is there a specific thing in specific I should do other than create a way to get the party out? To get the people we're rescuing out?
I mean, Acacius, if everything goes horribly wrong, Acacius has that failsafe that he could deploy. Although it's
Yeah.
limited in range, so we'd have to be close enough, but I think
Mm-hmm.
you being prepared to open portals should be a good start at the very least.
All right. So only half of us are going to the wedding, and we're just kind of outside until we can break in.
Well, from what I heard from Acacius, apparently we would be hiding in beside the matron's shadows, so we might still be in the vicinity of the wedding. I don't quite know the logistics yet, but
All right. I mean, depending on how dark it is, Char could, like, and assuming I can reattune to it tomorrow without any issues, I can pretty much camouflage. However, it's only for 10 minutes. I can only use it for 10 minutes without sustaining damage.
well, as for the distraction part of it, I think tiefling riding on an infernal horse around a courtyard or wherever that's gonna happen is gonna attract plenty enough attention, so it shouldn't be too hard to get the attention.
Right.
Some of you will notice. If your passive perception is above a 10, you would all notice that Saren's armor is a little bit bloody, and so is his right hand.
Saren, sorry, I didn't realize until you got closer to the light. Why are you covered in blood?
But don't worry about it, it's nothing.
I'm gonna roll an insight check.
Sure, go right ahead.
Roll an insight check.
It's a 14.
Saren's not that great of a liar. There's something behind those words that he didn't say.
Saren.
It's nothing that you should be worried about. I fixed the problem. It's not gonna happen again.
Okay then.
But regardless, if we hide in the matron's shadows, depending on how far she can be from the shadows, we could either be on the perimeter of the event or straight dab in the middle.
So what do we likely believe the layout of this area will look like? If only we had some kind of rough sketch or map of what this compound might look like, so that way we could plot, with lines and stuff. There's no way something like that would exist, right?
I mean, most people that build fortress, at least on Nerman, probably wouldn't want the plan to be public knowledge.
True. Well. So we're stucking Saren, Marceline, and Larissa into the shadow. Is that right?
But it sounds fair to me. Besides,
Akasha, do you believe you can likely enter as a representative as a Black Marsh?
I'm sure a new matron would want a new contact.
Now, as for me and Alara, I highly doubt, Matron Svari, that you want to reveal who I actually am. So, what place should the two of us appear as?
Well, how do you feel about being my servant?
That
You
seems
would
to.
certainly get off on that, wouldn't you, matron?
It sounds like that's your role as of late for most things involving wedding Acacius.
I would not be happy about it. Maybe our only method to get in. Besides, who would expect a godling to be to be the servant of a Drowas? No offense.
She is not offended, she just smiles.
Just don't take it too far.
Well, that brings on the floor the subject of Elara.
We have to make it look good now, don't we?
You can make it as good as you like. I'm sure my mother will enjoy the conversation when I tell her about it later.
You have much to learn about your mother, boy.
Oh, trust me, my family has taught me more than enough than I would like to admit. Erebus being just one example of them. He just kind of puts his hand on his face and is just kind of shaking his head.
Speaking of which, where did Erebus go? I assume we go through portal and stress points there to decrease the chances of.
He went searching for one of my sisters.
Oh, okay.
And as for Elara, I'm not quite sure that using her actual proper title, or at least the one that she used to hold, might be the best option here.
Would not be wise.
I mean,
You could probably just call her Alora.
yes, but then to get entry to this kind of prestigious event.
Well, I would assume she'd also be playing the role of servant.
Yeah, that's fair enough, but have you met her?
That is a fair point.
For the greater good of Lara.
Laura, do you think I'm happy about this?
You would have practice, wouldn't you, Acacius?
Shots being
Acacius
fired
is
in this
going to
direction
give
today.
Larissa a look.
Acacius, did I miss that memo?
Can I roll an insight check on Larissa's and Acacius's like comment?
That was, I think that was in reference to the wedding.
Yes.
It
Oh.
was.
Yeah.
Because he had to
The
go
look
as
Acacius is giving her,
Oh,
though, is
never
not in
mind.
reference to the wedding.
Oh,
It would have been fairly obvious to anyone who was there.
Well,
No
Marcelline's
insight
at the
needed.
wedding.
well, as for Laura's title, as much as I don't want to use Dad's name, worst comes to worst, she could always go and say that she's the fiancée of Aztec's heir.
What if it is indeed Kaylin? Do I have any particular role as then the sister-in-law? In which
You
case
most
I would
definitely do not want to reveal yourself as the sister-in-law.
no. Oh, that it's that
I
bad.
am afraid if any of you are related to the captured, it's going to make their rescue much, much more difficult.
Understood.
And beside Larissa, you're a pretty high value target also.
yeah.
You don't want to get captured yourself.
There's a fair chance someone who is at the druids may be there. Sorry, the meadows. So you showing yourself is not the best move.
Have there been any other unusual creatures sighted here in the Underdark with amongst the captured?
Sorry, could you repeat that again?
Any unusual creatures that were amongst the captured. She's trying to suggest if Kalen had his summon when he was captured or not. Because of what he can summon.
She thinks for a moment. The circumstances of their capture is not known.
Of course.
I
Okay.
hope that I am not prying too much, Matron Sarival, but would there could there have been any winds of that house also capturing a holy man or two to maybe officiate in this wedding, or is that still unknown to you?
It would be the priestesses of Literaxis that will be conducting the ceremony.
That is good to know, although that means my search needs to continue, but thank you.
Right. So,
Well,
Larissa's going
Larissa,
to give you guys a list of who was captured because she did write those down.
right.
can Larissa give us a description of what they look like?
Kaylin has dark hair. Oh God, it's been so long I've forgotten what my brother looks like now.
Oh my god!
It's okay. I only recently remembered what my brother looked like. I don't even think I can remember what the rest of my family looks like.
My brothers doesn't have a face claim yet.
Almost as if I've never seen them before.
Okay, here we go. Kaylin has shoulder-ish length black hair, blue eyes, similar to how mine are, more pale, a stoic looking face, kind of the face of an I told you so. It's his resting face.
He has
Princess
a
Azure
resume.
Tempest wears extremely revealing clothing. Larissa's blushing at the remember what she looks like, and has a bluish tinge to her and orange inner ear from what I can tell or what I remember. Lady Boa Utica is a Yuan Ti. She also has revealing clothing and has a unique staff. It looks like two snakes intertwined. And Elodine was the student of Lady Silver, and she, from what I remember, looked roguish. She wore black clothing and a sword on her back, had black hair with a white
He also
streak.
had a white streak in the front.
I think that's all of them. And as for the guards that went, I have no idea. Oh, Theo Littlefoot. A he looks very short, small boy, brownish hair, lightish tan, maybe. He was recently changed from a cleric to a paladin, so I'm not sure how well dressed he is. I'm not sure what Prince Damien looked like, to be honest. I don't remember him all too well.
He was about yay tall, like black hair, like red eyes, pretty pale, and a buff if I remember correctly.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Oh boy. On further thinking, Ignatius is kind of is pressing his hand against his face. Is there anything else I could be presented as other than a servant?
Knight in training?
And why would a knight in training attend a wedding?
you wish to serve a better lord, or are you looking for potential service, perhaps?
Networking.
Acacius, you could also possibly go as a god of mine.
I think keeping my lineage secret is probably top priority here.
So, no going as a guard. Got it.
Oh, guard. Okay, I completely misheard what you said.
No, I said guard, yeah.
That one could potentially work.
That still brings the question, Alrado. If he acts like a guard to you, what are you?
I could be a cautious guard.
Oh, I said
King,
higher.
would it be a good idea for me to go by the Nightshade name?
Well, I mean, word travels fast on Nerman. I don't know how fast it travels down here. But if one of them caught wind that you did what you did, they might already know that the gig is up.
Mm-hmm. Decisions.
Actually, yeah, I think if a cautious find that Acacius will much rather play the role of a bodyguard for her than a servant for the matron. Because I can only imagine what terrible things I will have to endure as a matron's servant.
Out of curiosity, matron, how large would the shadow be for us to hide in?
It would be like another dimension in the ethereal realm where you all can see what is happening.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say if like not everyone can fit in. Well, I'll come up with alternative ideas. But I don't know. But we should definitely all fit.
Besides, Marceline, the matron clearly saw Lorcan, and she clearly also probably already is aware of what I'm writing upon. She would not offer to hide us if she wouldn't have had thought of just how much size we would require for that.
All right.
At least that's my intuition. But yes, Hilara, you might as well use your family name if you want. Just test the water, see how that goes. Worst comes to worst, they just don't let you in. But you always fare pretty good at a distance.
True.
The question is how she gets an invite.
You would see a smile kind of curl on Saren's lip a little bit as a thought passed through his mind. Well, if you guys get in there, even if it's just you and Akesha, you get in there, and then we just so happen that the distraction is happening. Elra could probably sneak in during the distraction pretty easily. If worst comes to worst.
Potentially, but I feel as though it's a necessary risk. She could just as easily hide in the shadow with the rest of you.
Matron, I'm sorry to interpel again, but just how up to date are the news in the shadow in this Underdark from what happens to noble families up on Nerman?
Word travels fast. That is all I will say.
Okay, scratch that, dear. You're not using your family name.
That does not sound like a good idea.
Uh, what if we make up a title? What if, I don't know, we christen Alara, rescuer of Lady Evergreen, or something along those lines? Maybe?
Yes, I'm sure the Loth Zealot House will be oh so happy to hear about how Alara rescued Evergreen.
Well,
From what I
didn't hear any one of you bring up any better options.
Saren, from what I can tell, I'm not 100% sure. Dad was upset, but from what I could tell, Lady Evergreen was seems to be more upset. I can't be sure. I think she would be extremely offended if you went with that.
But, Marceline, it was a suggestion of an idea. We don't have to go with that specific one. We could find something else. Bluff our way into it.
I feel as though this is being overthought. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like the simple solution would either have Alara also hide in the shadow, or have her play the role of a servant for Sarivel. Considering she is a woman, she would be treated much better than I would.
Yeah, you do have a point there.
Do not forget, it is a coronation fuss. The wedding is the bonus.
On that note, do you want the would it be beneficial if the coronation was interrupted, or would it be more beneficial if the wedding immediately preceding the coronation? Her first failure as the new matron, so to speak.
Both events would be very, very well guarded and protected.
So let's try to get you
Taking
in.
a fight in those two public places would spell doom.
So let's get you guys in for the coronation so that you can slip into wherever the captives are held. By the time the coronation is over and they're ready to start the wedding, maybe you'll have the captive in good hands.
Whatever is best to get my brother out
I want
along
you.
with his crew.
Yes, I want you to know, Larissa. If it comes down to it, I'm ready to stampede over anybody and everybody to make sure we get them out of there.
Okay, I might be able to fit everyone in the 30-foot radius. Okay.
I'm more than happy to pay the damages to the city if needed, as I am sure that the Meadows would agree with this sentimentality.
Let's take one thing at a
Why
time,
would you
Larissa.
pay the city back?
Yeah,
Well,
let's
I
take one.
won't leave someone homeless because I damaged their home. For someone who scolded me earlier about me not
For
creating huge ruckus.
from my perspective, the event was held in a castle's courtyard or something similar to that, Larissa. So I don't think there would be much damage to the outside of it.
Amazing. I take it all back. I won't spare a cent to them.
I might have misheard Spinner earlier, but I do believe he said it was in a keep of some sort.
So, Laura, what do you want to do? I suppose the options are shadow, servant, sneak, or I gotta think of another S word that goes for making up a name for yourself. Serenade yourself?
Yes, Laura, it might be wiser to go the pretending to be servant route, if I'm being honest with you. I know that it's probably not your strong suit, but it might be the easiest and most asshole free way to get in.
Very well.
Matron, I suggest that if things like don't go according to plan, and if you somehow get caught outlining with us, you come up with a plan for the sake of your family to ensure that you don't get punished too harshly.
As long as we keep our mouths shut, there will not be a link.
Well, speaking
As
of
long
who's
as
getting
who
it, speaking about who's going in and who's staying in the shadow, Indominus, you, I'm assuming you are not quite the stealthy kind of person, are you? That is, if you're willing to
I
accompany
run
us.
it and plan things.
I figured as much, so shadow for you as well then.
Well, it sounds like we have somewhat of a plan. While we're in the shadow, while you all are in the shadow, I suppose it'd be a good idea to look around and try and
Make sure that we have a safe escape route.
Okay, here's what I think. Considering how many people Larissa has mentioned were captured, there's no way they're all going to be in attendance. There may be a handful of the more important individuals who are either captives for a public execution, or, in the case of the wedding, potential grooms to be. However, the other knights, the ones from Regalia, and just Regalia, right? That the two knights tabs are just the same guys, right?
I believe.
Or is it you had
so.
highest tier and then 12 others?
Oh my goodness, I wrote this like 30 sessions ago, like 20 sessions ago.
I'm just gonna say unnamed knights then for now. The knights would
afraid
most,
so.
assuming they are still alive and not already subjugated, they're likely inside of some prison cell. So perhaps the lot of you could try a prison break to try and get them all out, while Kasha, Lara, and I attempt to make contact with the others.
There is also the issue of the knights. There is also the issue of the knights possibly being compromised as well, and acting as security.
Yes. And we may just have to leave them behind at that point. I'm sorry to say, Larissa.
Something you should know about Kalen is when he ascended to the co-position, he can summon a Trask.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So do be careful. King, what was the name of the Trask again? I wrote it down, but I don't have my notes with me.
Well, Larissa, I don't think we need to be too worried about that, because if they summoned a Tarask, they'd destroy their own stronghold.
But he knows the Tarask well. Similar to how I've tamed Lorcan, our training with Lord Cinder, he was training amongst with the Tarask.
It doesn't stop the fact that if a Tarask shows up, Larissa, most people will get out running.
I feel you have a couple difference of scales
over
there.
The Trask is what I'm worried about. If he still has sway over the Trask, despite him being controlled, if he isn't controlled, it is going to spell disaster. So I'm hoping if I give you the name, he may. If he is not controlled, he'll know that I've sent you or you're with me.
At this point,
it would not be common knowledge.
At this point, Sarin would pull one of the two potion of psychic resistance that Dimitri gave the party. Yeah, and this is exactly why we have these, Larissa. So that if he is mind controlled, we might feed that to him and make him go back. Hopefully.
Hopefully, but he may not go with you if he doesn't believe you are truly aligned with us. When I reached out to him, he didn't even recognize who I was.
I mean, no offense by this, Larissa, but if I can get close enough to someone as to where I can reach them with my fist, and I don't want any harm to come to your brother, but if it comes down to it, there is always an option to knock him unconscious to make sure that he doesn't cause any more harm while we attempt to rescue him.
Wish you luck to that. I hope you do manage. Oh, wait, I have something if you do come across him. She's going to take off the necklace she's always kept around her neck, and it's a photo of her family, her parents, and Kaylin with her. I don't take this off, so he should recognize and go with you once he sees it.
Larissa,
But I want it back.
Yes, there is just one problem with that, Larissa. I don't know if you noticed, and you will probably, and your brother will probably notice immediately. I'm a tiefling, Larissa, carrying your locket. What would be the reasonable assumption, seeing those two things together?
She's going to look towards Alara next.
Yeah, I think it's most. I think it would be most likely for Alara to run into her, considering a lot of you will be into Kaylin, because a lot of you are going to be either hiding in the shadow or attempting a prison break away from the main party.
Yep.
Yeah, and even though I knew Kaylin, he will not recognize me at all.
He will not.
But I
know.
think I might have a more simple idea. Among the Underdark, is it still common courtesy to provide gifts of fine wines to the groom and brides to be? Matron?
Yes, it is expected that those who are attending the wedding are to bring some type of gift.
Do you happen to have any empty bottles of very fine wines?
I do.
Might I have that empty bottle?
Yep, one of the servants hands it over to you.
Acacia is going to pour one of the potions of psychic resistance inside of this very fine wine bottle.
I knew where you were going the moment you asked for an empty bottle.
We simply have to insist he tries this very fine brew.
I honestly don't know if he drinks. It's been almost a year since I've seen him.
I mean, there is a way to force someone to do something they don't necessarily want to do.
I'm all for it.
Suggestion?
He's a very strong ape when he wants to be.
Suggestion, command.
Alright. I think we've got a general idea of what we're doing. Shall we get to it?
Yes.
Alright. So, people who are like in person attending, you guys have any Matron, are you gonna have any like outfits for Acacia's and Iwara?
Well, I'm gonna play the role of a bodyguard, so.
Oh.
And besides, don't they all have what they used to wear for that little ceremony that we were all invited to? I think those dresses shouldn't be too far away.
I don't know if
Mine
a
is
servant would
back
wear a dress.
home.
Yeah, fair enough, but
A robe, perhaps.
I mean, we've been traveling for a while. Me and Laura have been traveling for a
Villain,
while.
could you find something fitting for what Alara would wear? Is that her name? Villain? The daughter?
Villain.
Yeah. She will. I will have something arranged.
And with that, I suppose, let us begin the heist.
Also, just fair warning to everybody that's involved in hiding in the shadows. The moment you hear me start to yell in Infernal, assume I'm gonna go batshit crazy and that you might want to get out of my way.
Understood.
I'm a
What
little
should we
concerned that he's
find for us
preemptively
to
preparing to
leave
yell in
shadows?
Infernal.
I mean, he's intimidation factor more than anything else.
Is there a code word
Ah.
for when we have to leave the shadows?
You would all be able to see each other. Just the ones inside the shadows, hiding in the ethereal realm, would not be able to. But you can see and hear, you just cannot talk to each other.
I see.
Yeah.
Thank
So-
you, Matron, for the clarification.
So, Larissa, about those sending stones,
Mm-hmm.
do those work through dimensions?
My sending stone should. I don't know about the typical sending stone.
What
My
about the one?
stone-
What about the ones of Spinner?
He said that they go straight to the mind of the being. He never said if it goes across dimensions, but I would assume so if he bothers Lady Silver often.
Maybe.
Ron Silver out of character.
Yes, Silvery Becky. Or, yeah. Silver Basilisk is who he was talking about, I do believe.
Oh, I was under the impression he was bothering Lady Silver as she
Nope.
hated the
Black
the
March.
dark
I feel like
domain.
that would be a death sentence.
Yep. But, anyways, all this to say, Larissa,
Well,
that.
he could also be doing things in different dimensions. I don't know Lords or Silver very well.
Well, let's just say we go back to the tavern. We ask him to, if not buy one outright, even maybe just borrow one, and one of the guests carries it and send me or Marceline the message that, hey, you guys are ready to come out now. We need a distraction.
Alright.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Can I make a history check to see if Marceline would somehow know anything about the illegal sending stones?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see.
Was
By
Marceline?
some miracle, she does.
Okay, with your role, you do know that, like what was mentioned, you don't like learn like anything like significantly new, but what was already mentioned in the therapy that the sending stones, they were quite invasive mentally. You could, for one, you could spam someone with repeated messages. You could traumatize someone. You could harass people and scare them. Um, that's why they were very quickly banned. And what
Could you
was
rotate a rat in someone's mind?
approved was sending stones where the other also saw the sending stone to receive the message.
Are you implying there's a possibility we could have access to the banned version of the sending stones?
It is possible, yes.
Thing is, we inquired and they were brought forward, but we got quite the stern warning about them. But if I'm being honest, anybody that uses them to contact me, I already have so many things floating in my head at this point. What's another message to say? Ready for the distraction. Besides, if we just ask him to borrow them for the duration of this mission and return them, there should be no harm, no foul, right?
I
is true.
believe perhaps we should word it as renting them.
Yes. Borrowing, renting, same difference, Larissa. The only difference is there's an exchange of money.
I doubt he would let us just borrow it outright. Perhaps renting it is more likely.
Yes.
He'll want profit if he is indeed he is a mercenary.
Anyways, all that to say, if we acquired them and returned them after, by whatever mean, we should be in the clear.
Agreed.
Okay, so we're going to the tavern and then to this coronation wedding thing.
I do believe the tavern might
Yes.
be a bit closer from what I understood from the map you showed us, but I might be misremembering. I've had a few little drinks today.
That's why I said tavern first. All right, let's go.
Alright.
Tally ho!
By the way, Indominus, how the fuck did you get drunk off of one drink of those things? The first one barely even did anything to me.
He looks at you. Boy, that was the toughest drink I've ever had. You must be tougher than most people.
I don't know. Was probably
Just
just
drinking
luck.
drow juice.
Yeah, just downed it in a single gulp. No big deal.
Does it taste good?
Yeah, actually it did. Surprisingly.
Huh.
I thought for something that had that much alcohol in it, it would taste like, oh, I don't know, flames.
Huh. Anyway, Marceline will bow to the to matron and Ellen. Thank you for your time and thank you for advance for the help.
All of you will know the coronation is tomorrow, and most likely the announcement for the wedding would probably be tomorrow as well. But of course, everything starts with the coronation. The coronation will happen in the public square.
Okay, public square,
Ah.
not the keep. Okay.
Alright.
Okay, so we don't need invitations to the coronation.
Coronation.
Well, you said there would be security, so to get close, maybe you do.
Yeah.
I'm fine from a distance. We can go on top of a building to watch, perhaps.
Yes,
What's,
I know,
yeah,
Elara.
what's Elara's range for Medusa's crossbow?
If she can see it, she can hit it.
Maybe we can pull a. Wait, hold on. Her special weapon doesn't hit all either.
Thing is, it's like Elara. If Elara can see a target with that damn bow, she can hit it.
My range is 600.
Okay. Sorry, I thought you said if she can hit anything, and I was like, wait, hold on. What is the deal with all the legendary weapons not
No,
being
no.
able to hit anything?
No. I meant.
I can get any.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, then, I
She's,
mean, we could totally pull a,
Assassination?
a Skyrim assassination. We probably shouldn't, though.
let's
Yeah,
try.
I think
Let's try the rescue the hostage first, and then if that fails, then move to assassination attempt.
Understood.
You know, I suppose we could have the lot of you infiltrate the keep beforehand. Because presumably a good bit of the keep security will be focused on the coronation ceremony.
Yes, but I
You
doubt.
guys could attempt to infiltrate first, and then...
Yes, however, I doubt that they would leave their home base completely undefended.
True. Well, let's go to the coronation and see what happens.
Exactly. Worst case scenario, let's just wing it and stampede on everyone. That is not an ally or an innocent bystander.
got it.
I'm glad we clarified.
Yeah, I don't know why I kind of feel obligated to clarify. Slight glance towards Acacius.
Jeez, I wonder why.
I feel like I missed something with that.
Don't worry. Big flames, 2 people down, and then me saying something to get the child out of there at a reduced gold price. You must have had been in your head at that time, Laura.
Must have been. How strange.
Anyways,
You really didn't notice 2 people getting immolated? Like, 10 feet from us?
come on. It's not like it was blue flames or anything.
The fire just went out of control.
I have no idea where the fire even came from. It like
You don't
Maybe
you don't want to
Pointing to the gate.
you
I'm
don't
pointing to Saren.
yeah, you don't want to know, Marceline. You really don't want to know.
Acacius just has a very tired look on his face.
Is he
Actually,
staring
wait,
at
Are we
the
walking
wait.
back to the tavern, or are we still in the matron's living room?
Yeah,
We're
I
still in the
imagine
living
we're at the
room.
tavern now.
Wait.
Are we?
Marceline
Like,
bowed
Can I
out.
just-
She's ready to
Keen,
go.
I have a question.
Yeah, ask away.
With Marceline's special eyes, would she be able to tell the flames that burnt the two drow people to death were infernal?
What do you mean by inferno?
I mean, you're
When
traveling with a
Saren
fiefling.
asked that to burn the living shit out of
The two
drow
bastards.
that were- Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Sorry.
pretty sure it was all but confirmed. Like, you know, Saren didn't specifically say it, but I'm pretty sure we all kind of
It's
Assumed.
implied.
You're traveling.
we all kind of figured it out.
It's like tiefling plus devil horse plus fire erupts out of nowhere.
I mean, I assumed so. I was just double checking.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, to the tavern we go.
Alright.
Okay, I will bring you all back to the tavern. All of you are able to get your leave, take your leave from. All of you are able to take your leave. Alright, let me just change this. There we go. All of you return to the egg sack.
Is that
Where's up
really the
there?
name of the tavern?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that is also why that's what I named the YouTube recap.
It's a recap channel. Alright. Hello.
Greetings, welcome back. I trust your exchange went well, yes?
I have a feeling our head would be on some pikes if it didn't.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Where-
At this
where'd you
point,
go, Doc?
at this point, I'm kind of expecting to die on every mission. At this point, that the amount of time that I got seriously injured, ever since I met you guys, kind of curious. I almost never died, and then I meet you guys, and I already died once. And
Are you jinxed, Saren? Do we need to look at you for a curse, perhaps?
well, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the only curse I have is having that bastard as a dad. But
Fair enough.
Oh, Mr. Spinner, I had to ask you a question.
Yes.
Are you familiar with the grounds at this address? And she gives the address that the matron gave for Acacius's sister's tomb.
Why, yes, that is very near to where Barnes and Stella will be getting off in a few days' time.
Do you
Are
know
there
what
any-
one would expect if they were to go in there?
Sorry, say again?
Do you know what one would expect if they were to go in there?
I mean, it is a tomb, no? Probably would be traps, maybe any particular creature that has decided to make its home in the tombs.
Okay. And she just sits, swing her legs because she's short.
please tell me there's none of those same thing that we fought in Satana's tomb in there. I had just about enough of those things.
If they are,
I believe
I
there's-
must clear them out. He says almost solemnly.
I mean, if they were, then they would be locked up in a similar manner as the Red Pine Forest, would they not? Remember the pine cone, Marissa?
She's sending a dirty glare at Marceline. Do you have any poisons you would recommend?
The others mentioned that you had some kind of sending stone.
I do.
I believe they were interested in acquiring a couple of those from you.
Well, for a temporary amount of time, at the very least, a rental
Is
can
that
do.
man? He hands it. He places the stones on the desk. Seeing as only you all and Illustray are in the tavern.
Spinner, do you have any poisons you would recommend for us? Paralysis in particular? Temporary paralysis.
Yes, I do have a potion of paralysis. It will work for a good 10 minutes.
And in the event that we need the effect to end sooner, I am always available to be able to neutralize it sooner also.
Of course.
I was just making sure everybody was aware that if they get poisoned, they shouldn't be too worried. Just get within reach of me and you'll be all set up.
And who makes these potions for you? Anyone in particular, in case we wish to do business with them later? If they are indeed reliable potions?
He smiles at you. A trademark secret.
I see.
And how
But same maker, yes?
Yes.
I understand. Larissa is going to ask if she can see various poisons advertised that she thinks may be helpful to the party for this particular mission. Any to end psychic controls, perhaps? To impede any controlling forces?
Yes. Those are very valuable when facing the mind flayers. Hehehehe.
And how much would those go for?
Well, to resist the mind flayers, those are going for 50 gold. The ones for paralyzing, those will go for 100 gold. And the sending stones will go for 10 gold each.
And with this paralysis, ooh, do you have any mute potions, perhaps? She's feeling slightly triggered, remembering how she was muted when one of their party members got turned into a vampire and she was muted temporarily, and is now having the idea of muting guards.
Ah, for the spell checkers. He pushes a little small tiny potion bottle. It will help.
And this goes for?
It can remove can reopen your voice again. Let's just say it that way.
And how much would it go for? The cost?
Ooh, this one is extremely rare and valuable. It will go for. I will sell it for 150 gold to you.
The effects are immediate, I assume?
Yes, they can. Above table, they can be drunk as a free action. And then, even in the midst of silence, you can still speak. and still be heard.
Ooh.
In how I want to ensure they are silent and immobilized so that our party may not have to worry on the way back once we go in. What's the duration for the potion lasting?
10 minutes.
I'll spray them twice.
Oh, you know?
So just to clarify the rules, how it works. This particular tiny potion that he's giving you is like translucent liquid. Basically, like let's say the enemy casts a silence, and to prevent anyone from using verbal components, magic base. If you drank this thing for that whole combat round, you can speak and still function.
How much to mute the opponent?
Well, to me, he is a
Using-
poison of mute.
And this would go over how much?
This one will go for 50 gold.
I'll take 2.
Easily done.
And the paralysis, I'll also take 2.
Spinner, I have a couple of items. They're unrelated to this immediate matter, but I'm curious if you've potentially heard any leads for these. He's going to hand him a note of his quote-unquote legendary shopping list. Those other crystals you said that he would need, which is the celestial forged core.
Yep, they're listed on Milanote for everybody
Yeah.
to reference.
I think I wrote it down there at some point, or maybe one of you did. I thought I did.
I
Maybe it was
think
in
you.
my own notes.
Yeah, you did. I think it was you that did.
Core...
One celestial forged core, one sunstone, and one gravitic dark crystal.
Totally gonna misspell something. Those. So he's gonna, if Spinner, I don't expect Spinner to have one, but he might have a lead on them.
Yeah.
Can have one.
Send it to me.
Oh, I typed it in new group too.
Oh, it's in. Oh, okay. I thought I
Yeah.
was saying roll 20. Celestial forged core, sunstone, gravitic dark crystal. Excellent. Well, Spinner looks at you and tells you, well, the gravitic dark crystals, they can be obtained. Wait a minute, what are you trying to build?
I don't know yet. I just think I can. And I want to try it. I may not look it, but I'm pretty good at jeweling.
I mean, you're also very good at discovering pieces of information just by accidentally mentioning something about it.
Intuition's a good thing to have in this place.
Definitely not me just making a typo by accident.
Yeah. Mr. Spinner, is there anything you recommend we get for this upcoming mission as well?
He thinks for a moment. Well, I suppose you all can only be as prepared as you all can be.
Sounds like it's good enough for me.
But what does it matter to you what I'm trying to make? I just want to know if you know any leads on them.
Well, Well, I don't know where you can get the gravitic dark crystals. They usually grow where mind flare infestation occurs.
Fun.
Sounds like a field trip.
Yes. The psychic presence causes the crystals to start floating.
See, and that would be the only one you know of.
It's. Well, I will just say this. If you are able to get some, do collect some to sell to me. I will pay handsomely for them.
Don't think that should be too big of an issue. Assuming
Eh.
we've already found them.
Mhm.
That is.
Oh, you will know when you have found them. They will be floating in the air. You just simply have to grab them.
Sounds simple enough.
The Celestial Forge core, though. That one I am afraid you are going to need to be able to enter the Celestial Realm.
You don't think, Laura, so you don't think you could convince Hestafarios to get us one for you?
I could ask him the next time I summon him. Indeed.
If you do, please
Just
don't
don't
mention.
tell him. Just don't.
Don't
Just
mention
don't tell him I
Acacia.
need it.
Yes, I was just about to say, don't mention Acacia's name. It might go the other way.
Very, very fair. She's going to remember the last interaction they had. Fair enough. I will just say we are interested in looking for parts. But what do I
Oh.
say if he asks what for?
I
I don't
haven't.
necessarily want to lie to him.
Well, you could always tell him a truth that is not related to it, as in, oh, Siren thought that maybe by using one he could turn Fury back into an actual normal horse.
I'll say that. Please don't tell me anything else. I don't want to lie, even by omission, to Hestafarios. It's better I not know.
To be fair, what I'm saying is the truth. I am still trying to figure a way to turn that horse to a normal steed, but
You are. I'm just guessing this is not the true purpose.
no. And beside, from what I've, well, quite recently learned, might not even be possible to transform it into our normal non-infernal steed.
Oh. Do you have any dueling gold? Spinning.
Dueling gold?
Dueling. Instead of
make
like
jewel.
buying a full ingot, like a smaller amount. So like Acacius is going to attempt to make like a circlet and embed some bits of coral and diamond into it to be a quote unquote wedding gift. I reckon you could probably get it done with the amount of time we've got. Assuming the dice favor him.
The dice odds.
And so he needs some. Not he doesn't need like a full ingot of gold, right? But he needs like a small amount of soft gold. If that makes. I don't know the best way to describe it.
Yeah, for simplicity, we will say that yep, Spinner is able to sell you some gold ingot, small portion.
Alright.
Yeah, it will cost you 50 gold.
Oof. Okay.
At this point, you would have maybe been better off just melting a gold coin or two.
That's a fair
Not
question.
too
How
late
much?
to do
How
so.
much gold is in a gold? No, I think a gold ingot is like worth like
Much bigger, yeah.
yeah, it's worth a lot. So I mean, it's probably akin to that. Because
Yeah,
realistically, these things are probably gold plated or something.
yeah, maybe depending. Because I know, like, anyways, I know RL gold coin usually are announced, but in D&D it varies. So
Okie dokie. Have we acquired everything we need?
I just need to know the total so I don't steal these 2 potions.
You're gonna have to do the maths for me.
Okay,
I thought it
so
was.
the
I thought it
paralysis
was.
was
I
how
don't
much?
remember the number you like how many quantities of each.
Oh, that's okay. The paralysis was what, 100
Yes.
or 150?
I think your total is 300. Because you had 2 paralysis, 2 mutes, and the mutes were 50.
Yeah, sounds like 300. Okay, I'll just.
And then
do
wasn't
that
there something else you were trying to get? The talking thing?
I'm not going to get the potion to give us the ability to speak. I just want to mute the opponent. To keep them quiet if we're going stealthily, it's going to prevent them from speaking.
Yeah, those ones are 50 gold.
Oh, 50. Okay, so that's so paralysis was 150 or 100.
No, paralysis is 100.
Okay, so yeah, Casey is right. 300 even. Sweet. Sweet.
There you go.
Remove the 300 from my inventory.
Easily done. What is everybody doing?
Well, Akashi's... Well, I suppose once we go back... Are we going to stay here for the night, or are we going to go to the manor again?
Is everyone okay to maneuver to the manor?
I'm worried going to the manor could be suspicious and potentially risk could potentially risk issues. But at the
Right.
same time, I'm sure.
I mean,
Well, I suppose you guys don't need to hide until the wedding itself. With the coronation in the public square, you guys don't need to hide. Lorcan would, though.
I
Lord
mean,
can-
let's be fair. Fury might also benefit from not being visible.
Well, yeah. We can just put them somewhere for the time being.
Spinner, if I leave Lorcan here, do you swear not to sell him or to do anything to make purchase or monetary value off of him in my absence?
Spinner knows better than to make enemies with the druids.
Then Lorcan can stay here. She is going to tell Lorcan to feel free to wreak havoc if Spinner breaks his word or if someone tries to take him.
He just lies down on the floor.
You know, Larissa, I was about to say maybe put a sign on him saying "Do not touch," but then again, it's a fucking chimera, so I don't think anybody would mess with him.
More of the
Do not
visibility.
touch. I will eat your hand.
I was thinking more along the lines of "Touch me, I dare you."
I don't want to welcome trouble. I feel like that's baiting, and then I could get into legal trouble.
They're the one who touched a
Yeah.
chimera. That
Well, it
obviously.
said to dare, so do not touch. She's writing this on a little wooden sign, and is going to put it next to his sleeping form or lying down form.
Spinner, are people down here really that stupid that they would go and mess with the chimera?
Well, probably not.
I don't trust it. No offense, Spinner.
Unfortunately, stupid people exist everywhere.
That is also true.
At this point, Soren would look around to see if the dwarf followed them. At that mention of stupid people exist everywhere.
But the dwarf is oblivious. He just flies past his head like.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Soren doesn't say anything. Just
I don't see him.
yeah, no, the token didn't get carried with us.
I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather stay in a place that has the Black Marsh insignia instead of a house that was just talking shit about it. So I'd rather stay here.
Yeah, let's. And besides, Spinner, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this tavern closer to the main square than the house manor that we were just at?
It is, yes.
So yeah, besides, we have a quicker way to get there if we remain here for the night.
And how much would a night cost us, Spinner?
Oh, for all the business you gave me, I will let you stay the first night for free.
Thank you.
Much obliged.
Well, I'm gonna go take a walk. stay here, everybody. I'm gonna go. Yeah, let's go do the thing.
Be
Don't-
careful, Akasha.
Don't get thrown in
Thank you.
jail.
I'm helping clean up the crime population. Speaking of Spinner, which street has the most crime on it?
Well, to be honest, if you just wait and observe and just walk around long enough, eventually you will see something to your liking.
Perfect.
Akasha,
Thank
perhaps you should
you.
take one of the stones with you in the worst event that you come a little later than it's planned.
Good idea. And she will take a stone with her.
Easily done.
Okay, see y'all later. Bye.
Good luck.
Bye.
Right.
Oh.
Acacius is gonna kind of stand up and go to his room and start working on the. Oh boy, another emergency alert. He's gonna go up and start working on the circlet.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. All of you are able to do what you wish to do. Acacia is able to work on the circlet. How many hours do you commit?
However, let me think here. I don't need to sleep, right? I suppose I have to rest a little bit, right?
yeah.
Whatever the maximum amount of time I can commit to it would be.
Okay. Okay.
So it's not like Acacia has anything else to do right now. So whatever the maximum amount is with still being able to, I guess, get a.
Function?
Because I believe a long rest you can still do stuff like that in it, right?
You
Yeah.
can't do like
'Cause-
tinkering stuff.
Okay.
You just
I don't
can't
remember.
be.
My long rest is 4 hours because I'm an elf. Is that how that works?
Usually, yeah.
Am I mixing that up? Okay, then yeah, he'll make sure he has 4 hours to rest, and then the rest of the time he's going to focus on this. And he's going to be very focused, so like, if anyone tries to get his attention, they are not going to get it.
Organization.
I think. Hold on. Spinner, do you have any tea? By any chance?
Any tea?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I would like a cup of tea, please.
He pours you a nice cup of tea.
All right. And how much will that cost?
Oh, this will only be 5 copper.
All right. All right. Marceline will pay the 5 copper.
Easily done. You get yourself a nice cup of tea.
Do we owe any money for your silence about our whereabouts?
Spinner sees nothing. Spinner knows nothing.
A very good answer.
Star hat? What star hat?
Yeah, there never has been a tiefling that ever walked through those doors right there. Never.
Never.
What do you mean there's a chimera? What's a chimera?
Exactly. What is a chimera?
I think it's something that takes an instant painting or something like that.
What do you mean that's a chimera? That just looks like a. That looks like a very distinguished gentleman.
So what if my guests like to sleep on the floor and has 3 heads?
Larissa is going to
Play-
sleep with Lorcan on the floor.
Okay then.
He's large. She's just gonna nestle into his side.
Yeah, easily done.
At this point, starting to kind of lean over to Alara. Alara, dear, whenever we have the time, I need to speak to you in private. There's a few updates.
There you go.
Before you go to go to bed, Spinner, do you need help with anything?
I am perfectly fine, my dear.
Alright. I'm gonna go to bed. Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Good night, Marceline.
Alright, Marceline will head to her room and then just and like basically turn. Oh wait, were you about to say something?
No.
Okay. Marceline is basically just gonna take the blanket and basically like blanket burrito herself because Marceline doesn't want to worry about having to quickly take down a pillow fort or anything, so blanket burrito.
Are you anti-cocoon?
Excellent. You easily are able to do so. What is Ilara doing?
She will. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out why my mic keeps echoing. This is just getting on my nerves.
We hear you good.
I'm just gonna pull Siren aside for whatever talking they have.
Okay. All of you are able to get your little spaces for your own.
And you know what? I'll say it in session. I won't save it for a private message. But yeah, essentially when Saren and Alara are alone. Yeah, so those flames that popped up, I was bound by a promise not to intervene. I couldn't intervene, so I'm ashamed of myself. But I asked Dad, and lo and behold, he actually did what I wanted. But that you saw. A bit later when we were here and I went out to Fury and gave her a carrot, tried to reach out to him again to answer some question. He didn't answer. But a little elvish goblinoid butler looking guy popped up beside me. Essentially calling me master and all that kind of stuff. I was seeing red. Got Fury to stampede his ass. Lo and behold, that's why you're seeing this blood on me. Got Fury to stamp on him, and first thing I knew, apparently he and I are linked physically. Any damage he takes gets transferred to me. He insisted on staying by my side, but I ordered him to go back to the Hells and not to return to my gaze. It's also him that made me learn that horse. The moment I was born, that I took my first breath, that horse came to the world. So I'm not so confident that I can transform it to anything else than an infernal horse right now. Yeah, that's essentially all that I needed to get out of my system now, because I made you a promise before that masquerade. No more secrets, so you know all that happened on my side now.
Yes, well, I want you to know it does not change anything.
I hoped you would say that.
Please, I am not so shy.
Oh, I know that much. Although I know the old feeling you bear against Aztec and Jael. So I figured I might as well just get it out and put it up in the open. Although I'm not so keen on sharing with the others, because if they know that Dad sent me essentially a servant that is bound to me, I'm not quite sure they would take it so well.
My ill
I'm sorry, my Discord kind of glitched. I didn't hear anything that Elra responded to that.
what did I say? Yeah. Uh, my ill feelings for Aztec do not transfer over to you. I thought you smart enough to know that.
Yes, I know, but even though, I don't want any bad surprises for you. Not after what you went through.
Yeah. Well, there is a reason that I'm not able to.
Yes, I made a decision and I made a commitment, and I'm not going back on it.
That is why I let myself.
You know what? Yeah. You know, I thought we were done with this whole hellish deal, but apparently not. He keeps on tormenting me even when he doesn't intervene or talk to me directly. Oh well. Eventually that will end. Anyways, I would appreciate discretion about that to the others, unless that bastard shows up in public in front of them. Might as well just keep it secret. I don't want them to panic thinking that I somehow got closer to the influence of Aztec than I already am.
Let's keep the secret between us, but eventually we will try to at least be partially honest with you.
It's not that I'm not being honest, it's more so that
Come
I'm
on.
yeah, I'm more so trying to protect them more than anything else. If they would know that this thing is directly linked to my health, if I would ever tell them to get rid of it, they would probably hold their hits. I don't think he's as resilient as I am, but who knows?
Well, I don't like the idea of putting your life in danger. It is ultimately your choice.
All I'm gonna say on that, Elora, is although life is not something to be played with, if I have a choice between making sure you get out of somewhere safely without a scratch, or me being left behind in the pool of my own blood, it's not even a question.
Yes, well, fair warning, if I ever do lose you, I'll make it everybody else's problem.
Well, on the bright side, you know exactly where to go and find my soul there, dear.
Yes.
And at
And
this
who knows?
point, I think Siren would be kind of closing into Elara. Just, if not kiss her, at least give her a big old hug, at least.
She will kiss him.
Oh.
Yeah, so essentially, that's all I had in mind for Siren's conversation there.
I don't really think I have anything else to add either.
Okay. We will very quickly go to our vampire girl that is hunting. Roll a perception check.
Okay.
Oh, Kasha. The streets are plentiful with morally questionable people. Not necessarily criminals, but slave owners, people who beat drow. Well, people, but yes, drow. Drow who beat their slaves, mostly deep gnomes. Those small, cute little guys that are like the height of a Dobby.
She's gonna follow a specific one that she sees in particular by themselves with their servant, and she's gonna follow that specific person until they're unseen.
Yeah. With the way the Underdark is carved and the way the city is built, there is plenty of alleyways and corners to just skulk in the area. You wait for your time. And when you see just that one brief moment, what do you do?
She would have gotten somewhere like above, and she would have dropped down on top of them.
Do you say anything? Do you attack immediately?
No, she doesn't say anything. She doesn't want to implement the gnome at all. She just wants it to look like a random thing, and the gnome was just there.
Easily done. You are able to sink your teeth and draw blood. Your hunger is satisfied for the most part. Unless you're drinking him to completion.
She won't drink him to completion, but she will rip his throat out when she's done.
Oof. You rip his throat out. You leave him there. His master shortly arrives. You, of course, scatter into the darkness.
I bring the gnome with me. I'm not leaving the gnome there with a body. That looks bad.
We saved another gnome.
Okay.
Other than the gnome
Yeah,
being
you
missing by
grab
school.
the gnome by his. How are you grabbing the gnome? How are you picking him up?
The back of his collar, just like a puppy dog, just picking him up.
Nice. Giving him the Chihuahua treatment.
Yes.
With your spider climb, you easily can climb over the buildings, disappear into the alleyways. You can literally parkour this to freedom.
Yep. And she goes right back to the exec with gnome in hand.
Roll me a d4.
Okay.
Let's see what you got. Ooh. You know what? I don't like this NPC. We're going to do this NPC instead. Yeah, that's much better. Sometimes I'm like, why make you all roll, right? When I'm like, I don't like what you rolled.
Or you could have just shut up and switched the NPC without telling us.
I
King's
will
honest.
practice self-control more.
Who have I adopted?
Okay, you get a deep gnome. Someone who looks like he is in his mid-ages. Just a regular servant. Nothing significant about him yet, but you grab him and he's just in full-blown panic, like, don't eat me, don't eat me, please.
I'm full. I'm not going to eat you, but I would like you to be quiet. Can you do that?
Shutting up.
Thank you. And she brings him to the egg side.
Can you see? Oh, no, it's on the GM layer.
There he is.
There we go. Should now. I will give. I will give you control of his token, since you are the one carrying him.
Awesome. Oh, hold on one second. I have somebody at the door.
As you return to the egg, hauling a deep gnome, and then Spinner kind of like creeps up to the edge. You found another pet. Akasha saying anything?
I think she said someone's at her door.
Yep, she had to walk away from the keyboard for a few moments.
Oh. Alright, no worries. Acacius, roll me a smithing proficiency check.
You cut out there. What? Is that me or is that him?
Oh, roll proficiency check.
It's him.
I can't hear him.
Yeah, it's him.
Okay.
He's going robot.
I think you're saying proficiency check for smithing. I don't know
That's what I understand.
It's just proficiency
Yeah.
then.
My guess is
Yes.
Dex check.
Oh, I think he's back.
Yeah, just
My best.
proficiency. Yeah, so
My
it's just
best.
Much better.
Hi.
it's just a +4. So for sake of simplicity, I'm just going to use my athletics, which is also +4. As a 15, and can I guidance this?
What is your strength modifier?
My strength modifier is also 4. I just rolled
So
proficiency
you add a
because...
+4 to that.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah, you
it
can add
is a
+4 to
19.
that.
Okay.
19, and you want to guidance it.
Okay. That's a 2. So 21 total.
Nice. With your 21, because you made it past the DC 20 check, you make a very, very good sun pendant. With just enough hours to catch a sleep for the long day tomorrow.
Oh, I wasn't trying to make the sun pendant. I was trying to make a...
Oh, which one were you make?
I was trying to make like a circlet that would function as like a wedding gift. That's what I bought that's what I wanted the soft gold for.
Oh yeah. Oh, easily done then. Easily done. With a 21, you make a fantastic and excellent, worthy for royalty circlet.
Cool.
You
Alright.
can describe how it looks.
He will have it will. Man, I knew I should have made. I knew I should have made an image of it because I was thinking about doing this preemptively. It's got a sort of I guess it has, you know, a singular band that goes around I want to say probably about 3/4 of the head, and then along the sides there's I guess curling lines reaching out, almost like a waving fire or waving shadow or waves, even kind of going across towards the front, and then at the front it kind of raises up a lot higher, and then embedded in, like, I guess little slots are pieces of coral that form almost like a, I guess, imagery of like a gateway from the coral armor that he took apart. Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm proud of himself. He'll go to sleep.
Yeah. Easily done. Is any Akasha, not Akasha, Lyric, you came back.
Mhm.
You came back with the gnome in hand, and Spinner saw you coming in with the gnome, and Spinner was like, you came back with another pet, I see.
Possibly one for you to help around the egg sac, somewhere for him to be, because his master's throat is separated from his body.
Did you get the deed?
I might have destroyed it, possibly.
Well then, without the deed, my little friend, you are free.
King, you cut out again.
Looking at you.
You said free in kind of weird
Adari.
intonation.
Yeah. Adari looks up at you, the big scary vampire lady. Thank you.
You're welcome. And she will give him space,
Could you
and
put
she will
it down?
just go up and find a place to rest. She's not gonna hover. She's not gonna make him think he owes her anything. She's just gonna let him exist.
Uh, do I do something for you now? Should I?
Oh, you can go rest, and Spinner here will give you something to do tomorrow if he sees fit to give you a job.
He looks at you. I am grateful. And you kind of like see him rubbing his hands, and it's like all sore from all the beating and the caning on his fingers.
Oh man, do I have it? I don't.
Siren's not there right now, but he would. Yeah, Siren's not there right now, but he would totally say good job at Kasha if he would have seen that.
Whoever is still downstairs, she would look to whoever it is that might have a healing spell for his hands.
I do.
Marceline, could you heal his hands?
She's in bed. She's
I
currently
have it.
naked.
Larissa does. She's taking.
I don't
is
even have any
resting
healing
before
spells.
Oh man.
I have healing.
Oh, Larissa, if you could please heal his hands for him.
Of course. I will cast Cure Wounds at first level.
Be back in a moment or two.
7.
Yeah, you easily are able to heal him. In fact, You don't just heal his. You don't just heal his the bruises on his hands. You seem to have healed something to do with his back, as well as now he can stand up straight and he's like, oh, there's no more pain. Thank you.
Do you have a family by chance? She's thinking of poor Mina. She's left in the dark domain.
There she goes adopting everything
Yes,
that breathes
uh,
again.
yes, but my family is all the way back in the gnome city.
Do you know of any deep gnome families looking to adopt?
Well, not in this city, no. We are all slaves here. Only Duerga and the gnomes you will see are slaves.
And if we were to smuggle you out, would you be open to adopting a little girl?
He looks at you. I am not the adopting kind, but perhaps I can help.
If you would
There
teach
are
her.
orphanages that do this.
No, I'm looking for someone to look after her or at least teach her part of her culture. You see, I've recently taken in a young deep gnome child, and I don't want her to lose part of her heritage.
Are you the girl that burnt a drow in public?
I didn't burn a drow in public. She's just going to emphasize she's not the one who burned, but not denying that she was not there.
Yeah, putting the comma square after the I.
Yeah, I didn't burn them, but I was there.
It is nice to have people defending us.
She's going to think how many people, she's
I,
doing the math in her head. How much money is it going to take to free them all? And how much does Dimitri have? Free an entire culture of people.
I can just see like Clarissa like doing the mental calculations and then like using her fingers at one point like
She is using her fingers. She's also counting Lorcan's multiple paws.
if I use she's like if I use the business from the gold from the business, how much would it set Dimitri back instead? It's like
I mean, he's been alive so long. I mean, this is definitely going to put a dent in his cash.
uh above table. So I recently learned something and I was shocked to I learned it from a comedian on stage. I didn't realize that how significant the wealth disparity is. So apparently, if you are a millionaire, like if you are a millionaire, okay, let's say you have $1 million. I'm using dollars because it's like the standard currency everybody understands. You have $1 million and you spend $1,000 every day. You spend $1,000. You would you would dry up, like you would lose your 1 million in about 2.5 years. You would immediately lose your whole million if you spend $1,000 every day.
Hmm. How much does Dimitri have?
Now, if you spend if you are a billionaire, okay, 1 billion, and you spend $1,000 every day, it will take you 2,700 years to spend everything. And I was
Crazy.
like, I learned this from the comedian who was making a whole skit about it up on stage. Then I went and Googled it, and it was true. You would need about 2,700 years to spend $1 billion if you spent $1,000 every day.
That
Rich people money.
genuinely
So
sucks.
how
That's
much
the
would
thing.
Dimitri have? I mean, he's been alive since God knows when, and inflation, she should be able to free the entire population.
Yeah, just like go up to the housemaid check and just be like, I want to buy all your slaves.
I want to be the sole owner, and she burns each contract. But if they
I'm
never
still-
leave, they will still remain free subjects.
Well, that's one way to end slavery.
So
Larissa,
I
ending
can mark
slavery
the
$1 at a
Khaleesi.
time.
I can start adding the Khaleesi background to Larissa, mother of dragons, breaker of chains. Dot dot
Indeed.
dot.
After Disney,
um,
our session recap will now be striked by HBO. Just saying.
Right.
Sorry, HBO.
Just
I
call
don't
me
mind being
Kay,
struck by
breaker of
HBO. They
chains.
ended the series so horribly. Shame on them.
Oh my goodness.
Shame on them.
Shame on the
Um,
author. That was a bad choice. You have to change to a different ending.
I was fine with the way the story was going to end, but
Not
so
this
bad
one.
the last season, just so bad. Um, all of you are able to mark a long rest on your character sheets. Adari, it's gonna take some time to come out of the whole slavery mindset as he sleeps on the floor, and Spinner is like, you don't have to sleep like this girl and her chimera. We have perfectly good rooms. And then Adari is like, oh, yes, that would be nice to have a room again.
But if you are worried about being reacquired, you can stay near Lorcan and Lorcan will protect you.
He looks at the big cat and it's like, hmm.
He's a very good boy. She's going to start playing and faffing with the large mane.
He breathes a sigh of relief. As all of you are able to mark a long rest, all of you are able to go to rest. Spinner goes into the back counter to rest. You see Illustre being the one to come and man the counter while he goes off to sleep.
I have to actually remember to add the feedback.
Mhm. As the morning arrives in the Underdark, still feels like it's nighttime here. All of you are able to wake up. Those of you that wish to come down for breakfast, you absolutely are able to.
Yeah,
Today
Marceline will
is
come
the day
down.
of the
Also,
coronation.
yep, and Marceline will also get a cup of coffee. Black coffee.
Damn it, I thought we were done with the location that had no sunlight after we left the Dark Domain. I guess we're still stuck in one of those. It will take me a while to get adjusted again. By the way, what's the deal with places not having clocks around these parts? Welcome back. But yeah, essentially, Serene will just look around and just. So, what have all of you been up to all last night? Didn't hear much going on through the walls of the rooms.
Sleeping.
Actually, never mind. Acacia, I am not sure I want to know what you were up to exactly.
I saved a gnome, and she points to the gnome. See,
Oh,
I saved a gnome.
good job. I meant more so the part where you probably got your lunch. the part I didn't
It's
want
none
to
of
know.
your business if I
What if
ate
it
lunch or
did
not.
Yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't it
Just
be
know
closer
that
to
I
dinner
am well
though?
rested and well fed for the fight to come if there is one. That's all you need to worry about.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
I mean, I summoned Dad's flame, so who knows? Maybe if I pray hard enough, I might be able to summon Freya's fury or something if a battle ensues.
um, um, Larissa, did you really sleep on the floor?
I slept on Lorcan. He was very soft and squishy. You're getting chubby. And she's going to still feed him a lot of food anyway.
Really,
Yeah,
really, Marceline, all the weird shit we've seen in the few past month, and that's the thing you get hanged up on? Larissa sleeping on top of Lorcan?
I
He's
just
a good,
woke
fluffy
up.
boy.
I just woke up. I was just curious. Uh, Spinner, can I have a cup of coffee, please?
She gives you a nice cup of black drow coffee.
All right, and how much would that cost?
2 copper.
I, I, I am not gonna lie, King. When you said drow coffee, it's like in my mind, I jumped straight up. Okay, there's some kind of poison in that cup.
Oh no, it
There's
just
only
means the beans were fermented inside the drow's body.
Ah,
ah,
I'm not sure it's any better, but at least it's not poisonous.
tastes pretty good.
Yes, it tastes pretty good. Um, what is everybody going to do now? So of course, Spinner comes out, greets all of you. Coronation is today. The streets are full of the drow. Spinner looks at all of you. Well, you might need to wait an hour or two, but I suggest you make your way to the city square as the crowd is forming and it will get harder to watch everything.
Oh,
Got it.
In other
what?
words, if
What?
we want a front row seat, we should get going.
Yeah, I think maybe Alara should probably head to the rooftop or something. She probably has the longest range of all of us. If an arrow needs not, that is.
Makosha.
Yes.
Cassius is going to kind of hold out something wrapped up in a cloth. When we arrive, you should present this as a... Well, I don't know if this will be best for you to present this at the coronation or the wedding, but this would be a suitable gift, and he'll kind of hand it to her.
We'll take it and just put it straight into her pack very gingerly, like very carefully. Um, I'll get it out for the wedding. I don't think I want this out and about and a crowd of
And
people watching the coronation.
should we find Kalen, then it would be, of course, I'm playing the role of a guard, so you'll have to be the one to insist he tries the fine brew that I will be keeping on me.
Will do. That shouldn't be too hard.
If nothing else, you could also get Alara to get a bit closer with Larissa's locket.
Considering we don't know what sort of effect he's under,
Yes, I know.
it might be better to avoid doing that until after the fact.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe you have a point there.
For all we know, he sees it and immediately starts a ruckus.
Yeah, fair enough. Same reason why it wouldn't have been wise for me to carry it. Anyways, let's get going, folks. Daylight. No, I was about to say daylight is wasting, but there's no freaking sun anywhere.
You're going to complain about that every day until we leave, aren't you?
sorry.
I'm surprised Acacius is not the one complaining.
That part.
I'm holding my tongue.
Yeah,
You're doing a good job.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My mind's kind of fucked up down here. I'm not doing a
My
great
sleep
job at
schedule
holding
is
my tongue.
my sleep schedule is a mess anyway. I don't really care if I can see if I can see the sun or not.
You know, you should really fix that, Marceline.
Everyone always says that. I I I'm not a morning person and I enjoy staying up late.
Yeah, I'm blaming my past life as protecting priests that traveled through the Aegean Canal. I had to navigate by stars during night and had to rely on the sun for orientation and all that fun stuff in the past, so it's kind of a hit whenever I can't see either.
Like, apparently that was just my. Apparently I've had this since I was a baby, um according to um, and no one has been able to really do much to stop me from staying up past 10.
Well, I know. Yep.
All right, let's get going. Mr. Spinner, in case we don't see you and have to make a swift exit, it was nice to meet you, finally.
Likewise, and good luck.
Yeah, before exiting, Siren would say, it was nice to not meet you and to have never actually been here. Hope that I will not return. Just like making very obvious the words that he is sarcastic about.
Spinner just gives the I hope I never see any of you again.
Just smile with Curl before he gets out and mounts Fury.
Stay safe, Mr. Spinner.
Cassius will give a light bow and then follow suit and leave.
Alright.
Let's crash a wedding.
Or Coronation, or both. Why not both?
All of the above.
Why not crash Gate doing 88 while we're at it?
Let's create phosphorus.
White
If any of you
phosphorus?
I mean,
listen, our other group, we
like I
learned how to
said,
do it. But I'm not an artificer,
you
so
just
I
have
wouldn't
to
even
be
know.
really close. I have to get okay with a lot of things really fast.
Oof. Thank goodness no artificer in this group.
No
Really
crazy
crazy.
artificer because ours was something
We
like
were ready to blow this whole popsicle stand in inferno, truly.
We did, but we did.
Are you sure you want to
I've
say
played
that?
as
You sure you want to say that?
I've played
Keep in mind, King doesn't put restriction on how many class we can have, so somebody can still multi-class into that.
Listen,
have
there's only
played
one
as an
Naira
artificer
and one Crazy
before.
Naira plan.
Hold the
Yep.
fuck on. I know that one. I do know this
have
one.
I have
I know
played
this
as
yes.
an
one.
artificer. Guys,
Mm-hmm.
I have played as an artificer before, but both times I played, I didn't play them correctly because I didn't use the infusions or anything. I just used the spells.
Oops. Well, round 2, 3, 4, or 5, depending on how many you've played,
Oh,
you'll get
wait,
it.
they're split in two. How are you gonna wear this?
That's just because I don't know how to use AI. Imagine it's connected in the front.
Fair enough.
It's sheer force of will, Marceline.
It's magic. That's how everything works. It's a fantasy world. It's magic. As all of you um all of you make your way throughout the tavern, not tavern, the caverns of the drow, people are excited to see and have a new crown coronet. When I say people are excited, I mean the drow, the Dwegar, and the deep nome.
Probably not.
Yeah, it's like a new political leader coming into power, and whichever one comes into power is just going to make their lives worse. Um,
Yeah.
so
Honestly,
they're not
yeah.
exactly the most elated, as all of you are able to make your way to the city square. There is no image because we will just use this one.
You know,
There
we
is
should,
a sea of drow. There are some humans, there are some other races that are present. Um, there are hardly any elves, like any high elves present, or wood elves present. Indominus is literally the only dwarf here, unless you include the Duergar, who are slaves.
The whole time Saren would scan the crowd, just in case he would spot another tiefling.
Roll me a perception check.
Sarissa will keep an eye out for any of the parties that went missing.
Yeah. I'm
Was
gonna roll.
was almost a dirty 20, but no, it rolled over on the lower number, so it's an 11.
Okay. With your 11, Sarin, you definitely spot villain. They seem to be standing with a bunch of other, like, important looking drow.
Hey guys.
Those are probably the leaders of the other 8 houses, excluding House Bendar.
Okay, so at this point, Saren would reach out. Hey, Acacius, I think that's our brown matron friend over there. Seems busy.
We should leave her to her own devices for now. I suspect she'll signal for us. We don't want to make too much of a scene being around her.
Yeah, fair enough.
At least not yet.
Yeah, besides, I'm visible enough that she should be easily able to spot us.
Acacius would also like to start looking around. I mean, my passive perception is 23 to begin with, but he's going to start looking around to see if he can find anyone that Larissa has described.
Make me a
Marceline,
active perception check. Ooh,
Nice.
28.
I'm gonna also roll to see
29.
if I can. I
How do you
cannot.
have plus
He's an
13 to your perception?
That would be, I think, observant.
Observant doesn't give you.
Let me see. Does it break it down somewhere?
I did not
Let's see. I have my proficiency bonus, my wisdom bonus.
Alright, rolled twice.
Unless you have
perception.
expertise.
No, I have the. Yeah, it gives me expertise.
So double
It gives you
proficiency.
expertise in perception?
Yes.
That is so crazy. And very
Go
good. Well, it makes
team!
sense also. But yeah, with your 28, Acacius, you rolled a 29. So the others are not able to see this, other than the crowds and the matron and like the regular soldiers. But with your 28, with your 29, you pick up there are riders hiding and skulking in all the different corners all around the city. You can guess they are most likely like the special force, the special security for this event.
Acacius isn't going to quite point them out, but he's going to kind of mutter their like general direction, like 320, 117, like the angles from the party to where these driders are at.
And with Saren being on sailing ship, he would probably translate those to some things that most people would be able to understand in the party. It's like, okay, he said that many degrees, so that should be like, give or take that direction, without pointing, but just like saying like, oh yeah, should be like top left about 10 blocks down or whatever. Kind of translation for the non non-coordinate competent, let's say.
Okay. All of you are watching and waiting in anticipation. The crowd is excited. The little children are like, wow. As from the castle spire itself, that is where all of you are basically the direction you are all facing. All of you see that's basically what seems to be like a makeshift stage that has been elevated off the ground. And then you all see what seems to be a priestess. And the moment she walks up on the stage, everybody bows. Like everybody, like we're talking like this like few thousand people that are gathered here, all just start bowing. Do you guys bow?
How deep
Marceline
is the bow?
Pretty deep. Like you will stick out like a sore thumb unless you are a dwarf or you are bowing.
I am going to kneel as if to tie my shoe so it appears I am bowing.
Marceline will will do bow just to fit in.
Cassius will
Natasha bow as
kneel.
well.
Her boots have buckles. She can't use the excuse of tying her shoes.
Okay. All of you are able to pretend to be subservient as she holds out her hand and stretches it out. Litmar, it has been my biggest and greatest privilege to be your queen. Lilithraxis be praised. As everybody just starts cheering the moment she mentions Lilithraxis. Today, on this wonderful day, my daughter will take my place. Just as how my mother led this city into greatness, she will carry on the great legacy. But first, an offering to Lilithraxis. And then you all see a few male drow, very slightly bulkier. You know, they're wearing the soldier attire. They look like this. They drag onto the stage a very, very uncompliant knight.
Oh shit, that's
He
them.
is wearing his armor. The armor has like a lot of like blue markings all over it. Most of you, those who are familiar with like the different kingdom crescents, that is a regalian knight. The only thing he doesn't have on him is his weapon. That's the only thing he doesn't have, and his shield. But he is kept in his armor, and he is dragged on, and like he is like really pissed and very very non-cooperative. They drag him up, and then like you see like some of the drow people like boo. Sometimes start throwing like fruits and tomatoes. Uh, some uh, some even throw some orange yellowish liquid on him as they're dragging him. Um, but they drag him. His face cannot be seen because of the helmet. Once he is right on the stage, they proceed to pull off his helmet, exposing a human with the soldier crew cut hair. He has battle scars all over his face, and he's made to kneel, and the soldiers press him down by the shoulders. And then you see this lady, she pulls out a dagger. And the dagger is a very vicious looking dagger. It looks like it you know the in the avatar, the Fire Nation, the fire symbol, and how it's drawn.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's how the blade looks like. It's like it's very vicious looking.
Out of curiosity, how far away are we from the stage?
Oh, you guys are very far away. You guys are like
Yeah, there's
about 1,000 feet away from the stage.
Okay, just making sure.
there's realistically nothing the party
No.
can do.
Yeah,
No.
I know, because if we would have been within 120 feet, I had something on deck, but yeah.
Didn't long rest myself.
She holds out the dagger. She holds out her hands to the crowd. I give you, ladies and gentlemen, an enemy of Litmar, brought to his knees by the might and power of House Bendar. This foe attempted a life attack on your new princess. Become queen. And by the strength of our city, he was brought into submission. Lilitraxis, claim your sacrifice and be sated. The knight is just glaring at this queen. He says something which you all are unable to hear, and then she smiles, and then she stabs him. And she stabs him right in his stomach, breaking through the armor. And then she proceeds to push the dagger upwards as he can feel everything. You all cannot hear the sounds of the damage being done, but the imagination is punishment enough. As eventually he coughs up a lot of blood and he collapses on the ground as the crowd goes wild with the offering made. She pulls out the dagger with her hand that is just covered in the blood of this human knight. And then she announces, with the blood of the enemy, today I mark my heir. And then she announces, the queen demands the princess arise on the stage. And you all see a very pretty, long, white-haired woman walk up on stage. And as she walks up, everybody bows again in respect to her. As the queen proceeds to rub on her forehead, drawing the symbol of the spider goddess on her forehead. from the blood of the enemy. May your enemies fall on your left and your right. May no one be successful in usurping your throne, and may your rule be forever until your next generation. And with that, you see the other priestesses begin to take off the golden crown on her head and they place it on this princess. As the different drow servants announce, "Long live Queen Viconia!" As everybody starts chanting, "Long live, long live, long live Spider Queen, be blessed." And they just keep yelling praises over the new queen. What is everybody doing while the praises is all going on?
Everyone's
I'd
all
like,
silent.
I'd like to say that the first time that the bows was happening, Saren did bow his head while he made Fury. He was still mounted while he made Fury kind of lean back. But the second bow, he stayed right the fuck straight, not giving a shit.
I'm kneeling to tie my shoe again.
Marceline will bow again. And I have an interesting idea. Like, it's not anything major. I don't think like Death will respond, but can Marceline basically not verbally but in her mind pray to Death, asking him to ensure that Knight is able to have a proper rest, basically.
Marceline, because of your special eyes, you can see Lilitharaxis tries to devour his soul. Like the spider, this shadowy spider figure tries to claim the knight's soul, but it is unable to. It is as if his soul belongs to another, as death claims it.
Like Marceline, like is like still trying to blend into the crowd as much as she can. Well, like just take a brief sigh of relief.
What's that about Marcelina?
Marceline is going to telepathically tell Saren that F himself has taken the knight's little Francis is unable to into his soul.
At this point, at this point, people that are near Saren that would have been able to picture that his face was looking pissed when Marceline talked into his mind. His expression changes a bit towards more happiness. Like, at least there was one good news in all of this.
All of you continue watching what happens next as Viconia looks at all of you, the whole crowd gathered. I am grateful to my grandmother, Emericia, and my mother, Luthia. I pray that I will be able to uphold the great legacy of House Bendar. She looks at all of you. My first decree as queen Today is a public holiday. For today only, I give freedom to all the slaves. Every deed is nullified.
Can I roll an insight check on her?
Yeah, you can just continue to roll the inside check, and then you all like see like the moment she starts like speaking, like everybody just starts gasping. Like, what do you
I'm
mean
gonna
by-
use my inspiration and actually remember to do double click it this time.
Yep.
Nat 20.
I'm doing it as well, and I got a 22.
Like everybody just starts gasping. Like, what do you mean free? Like everybody's just like shocked. Like,
You know, at this very moment, King, everybody's like gasping. Siren will cheer. Not caring.
Akasha is gonna start trying to make her way up to the stage because she knows there's gonna be people that are not happy about that.
Yeah, she will
Viconia
follow suit.
continues to speak. Viconia continues to speak, and she says, "Today, my first decree. Every deed that has been signed, every deed or claim made, I command every single deed to be burned. And everybody is just like, most of you, like Akasha, absolutely will know this. There are entire economies built around slaves. They, this is crazy. This is wild. Viconia continues on to explain. I am doing this because this is the only way we are going to expand our empire. This is the only way we can get strong. By building more allies. I promise you, on my leadership, we will crush the mind flayers completely. We will best the white crawlers and our greatest enemies. And then when she starts speaking, she goes on to say, and then everybody's just like waiting, like, what is she going to say, or what is she going to drop next? And then Viconia goes, I have also chosen a husband for myself. He is not a drow, but he is something just as wonderful and as great as any of us. If the drow are going to be mighty, we must be ready to increase our gene pool with the strongest of the races out there. And then like the more she starts speaking, the more you see like people start to like gravitate towards her ideology. of being the strongest race and like the plan that she has to get there. And then she holds out her hand. I introduce to all of you my fiancé. As someone starts to walk up on the stage, white hair, red eyes, pale skin.
Vampire.
Is it one of the blood gods?
He is wearing a very fluffy white fur coat and a very thick black suit.
Oh wait, is that the vampire we saw earlier? I swear it's the vampire that we saw earlier.
And then to all your horrors and shock, all of you see. Oh, come on, Roll20. I deleted the token.
Yes, we saw the loading wheel and then it disappeared.
Hang on,
The dramatic
hang on,
build-up.
guys.
Roll20 does
I
not
need
want
to
this marriage.
re-upload the whole picture again. Because I
But yeah, as
was trying
but-
to press Shift Z.
yeah, King. As you're going to get that back, I'm just gonna say, Saren, like when she's doing the introduction, would communicate to Fury. Prepare to dash if needs be. We're getting to that stage fast if the signal's given.
Kasha's still weaving through the crowd trying to get closer as well.
And Acacius is close
Marceline-
behind her. If
As
I
much
need
as
to,
Marceline
Acacius is
wants-
gonna start teleporting closer and closer.
As much as Marceline wants to get, like, I think Marceline will get closer, but not enough to be recognizable because, with the hat.
Thing is, Saren wouldn't get closer because it's too obvious to spot. So he's just preparing to dash.
Most
back.
obvious
Personally, I
is
feel like
being
being the
far
UNT
back.
might be the more obvious piece.
B
I-
team is hiding
He's
in the
wearing
back.
a mask.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Are you ready for the reveal? Are you ready for the reveal? Who's it?
We're ready. Do it.
As
Yep.
to everyone's shock, you all droop your blood.
Hey, I guessed it right. That's what I was talking about
Marceline
earlier.
is just going to.
As he
Marceline-
walks up on stage next to Viconia, he has he walks up and the way he walks up is like he's just walking up, he's just smiling.
Oh fuck.
Not like he's ignoring a dead Regalia knight at his feet. And Viconia proceeds to grab onto him. I give you Ventru Pureblood. He comes from a great house on the surface. And together, we will take the Underdark into a completely greater level than it has ever been. And everybody slowly starts cheering. There are still like some murmurs. There are still people who are not exactly very happy with giving up their slaves.
And
And
this,
the Ventru is just smiling like like he doesn't know what to do. Like he doesn't know like the correct reaction to have. Someone I think rolled the insight on the natural 20.
yeah,
Yeah, I
Marceline.
Oh yeah, Marceline. Oh yeah. He absolutely does not want to be there. It's on his face like this is absolute bullshit. This is absolute bullshit.
If he's here, that means the other two could possibly be nearby. She's gonna whisper.
Hey Larissa.
Is
By
that
the
good
way,
or bad?
hey Larissa. Actually, if he's here and he gets aligned with the Dark Domain or at least Dimitri's house, I'm just saying, I'm enforcing her decree about the slavery being abolished.
If he's willing, great, but it doesn't appear that he is. Is he, Marceline?
No, but I wonder if this is a product of little Francis and Dimitri's deal.
I'm
I
gonna
thought
have to
Dimitri
ask.
said he had to kill someone.
didn't say what he had to do. He just said that he had to do something for her that he was not going to like.
Doing something for her might have been betrothed one of his adoptive son to the future queen.
Well, perhaps it could be broken since she did intervene in our earlier operation.
Well, not
Not
directly.
directly,
King,
but she
I have a
interfered.
question for you.
Mm-hmm.
How perspective is this guy? Sorry, how perceptive is this guy? Because didn't we encounter them all at Dimitri's? So
Yeah.
We know
shouldn't
me.
he be able to roll a perception check to potentially notice either A, the bright red tiefling in the crowd that he knows,
On horseback, on top of that, so very much
Or-
taller than anybody else.
I thought Fury wasn't with us right now because he stood out too much.
Nah, Siren made on purpose to stay mounted, just as a statement. It's like, I'm not leaving that thing behind. If I need to charge,
Okay.
that thing's faster than I am.
Or
Which
potentially the masked guy that he saw. Well, I don't know how much you'd recognize Acacius, but
I
that
will
mask is kind
say,
of weird.
I will say, from staring at the whole crowd of few thousand people, yeah, he is going to. If you are sitting on Fury, he will definitely see
100%.
you on Fury.
100%. That's why I said Fury was, like, kneeling down, head down, earlier in the
Yeah,
game.
you all
And
see his
Larissa's
facial
probably right
reaction
beside him,
go
isn't he?
from uh-huh, uh-huh, hello, like he's waving his hand. Then he sees Fury and Sarin, and then his eyes like expand for a moment, and then he goes back to waving, like pretending he didn't see anything. Didn't see anything. Hi, hi. Yeah,
Yep,
found
well,
the new slot.
yeah, Larissa, he spotted me and he didn't seem like he wanted to have seen me.
I'm going to be messaging Dimitri. She's going to be kind of have her eyes glaze over as she's mentally sending a message, no longer paying attention to her surroundings.
Yeah, you absolutely can send him a message. You can type it out in the private therapy or
Done.
he. I'll type out what he says. It's funny.
Winky face, smiley face.
Smiley face.
Sending the message in Morse code. It's like, you want to know what I said?
I need Morse code. Oh dear. So it looks like it was part of the deal. So I'm not sure how much we can interfere.
I
sorry,
don't think we should, but we should probably tell the matron. I wonder.
She's right there. She probably knows.
Telepathically, Marceline will telepathically tell the. Hold on.
Don't, Marceline.
Oh, sorry. Never mind.
We are in the middle of a blessing of a priestess of Lithraxis, who we are concerned
Right.
about reading minds. We should probably avoid using telepathy.
Alright, got it. Sorry.
Besides, she worships my mother. The odds are she already figured out that. She already knows about those three, if I were to make a guess.
Got it.
Do they just kind of wave for a little while?
Perhaps. Okay, so this was part of the deal Dimitri had to do, but if we can't or he can't break the deal, I need to know what the logistics are. Is it Dimitri cannot break the deal or we cannot interfere in the deal as well? Because
Technically,
if it is us, we can just get my brother to interfere instead once we find him.
technically speaking,
Well,
Larissa.
also,
I
Technically
don't remember signing anything.
Yes, I was about to say that. Technically, Dimitri is the one that made the deal, and Dimitri didn't reveal the deal to us, so we can't interfere. We can't willingly or knowingly interfere with a plan that we don't know exists or doesn't exist or what the conditions are.
Then
Also,
I will
Loth.
find out on our
I mean,
behalf and share
at the
only
same
what's
time,
necessary to not.
at the same time, like didn't your brother's party get taken as a as a result of them crossing a line or something?
Well, they were sent to investigate the Underdark because something was going on here. We just didn't know what, and we still don't know.
Yeah.
So, what do you say? Do we make our way towards the potential holding cells, or do we wait here longer for the whole thing to be over with?
I
This
don't
plays in
know.
our
Is
favor.
the marriage happening immediately after, or is there a reprieve?
Um, you all continue to wait on and watch
Our
as
drow divorces.
Akasha, because you're getting nearer and nearer, you can tell like Vaconia's decision has annoyed some of the drow houses already. Um, Later on, I will show you the ones who were annoyed, like very clearly have a disdain for what she has just done. Um,
Hey,
but
I'm right behind her.
Anya takes Ventru and leads him off the stage as they both head into the castle. It is announced by some of the servants that the wedding will be held in the castle. All those with an invitation, please start making your way into House Bender.
I just
As
hope.
people start eating and drinking, you see people start. People are still like hesitant to like rip up the deeds or return them back to the deep gnomes. Um,
Chaz is gonna give a really mean side eye to the closest person that looks like they're hesitating with that deed.
Oh, the moment that Saren spots somebody that hesitates with the deed, he would approach them. Did you not hear your queen?
Fine. Tears it up. You see the deep gnomes and the Duergas like, holy hell. Indominus is like, I like her.
Honestly, respect. Quite a bit of respect for that.
Let's not get on our horse yet, people.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a nice decree, but I'm sorry to sound racist right now, but it might still be just a big trick.
It would certainly be a good ploy for. I guess Acacia's is only talking to Akasha because the two of
Yeah.
them are separate from the group, right?
Yeah.
Very well, it could be a good ploy for forcing someone's hand and then being able to instill martial law afterwards.
Yeah, that is a
Yeah.
good plan. She did say for today only, so they could just go out and catch some more tomorrow.
Exactly. So what exactly is your plan to get an to get an invite?
I'm Black Marsh. We don't do invites. We pull up where we want to because people want our business.
Then lead the way.
Okay.
All of you are able to start making your way. Villain seems to be like staying behind as all the other matrons kind of like move ahead. Clearly, Villain is like waiting for someone. Could be you guys because she needs to turn on the veil on some of you.
Saren will approach Villain as soon as he notices that she's waiting for someone, like not rushing, but just like casually trotting.
She
And
pretends
Marsh,
to not see you or pretends to not know any of you, and she just very discreetly just snaps her fingers as like a shadowy door appears, and it's quite obvious those who are supposed to go into the door must go in and walk through.
Marceline will walk into the door. Oh, what the?
It's turn as well.
Please, King. I would have thought it would have been like quick side. You guys accidentally stepped into it and then got pulled under.
Yep. You all, those of you that are going the ethereal route, um, you walk into and you enter a ghostly realm. You know how that scene when Frodo wears the ring,
Yep.
what it looks like? Yeah, basically the ethereal realm basically looks like that.
And then that's when Saren turns around and sees a ring rate. Fuck!
Yep. Lucky for you, no ring rates yet. But all of you who entered into that veil, you are able to follow the crowd. You cannot interact with anything. You cannot interact with the doors. But you are able to walk right through with everyone. You further, as long as you are in this ethereal realm, you do not exist. Speech is greatly affected. Like you can hear, but you cannot hear clearly. It's like
Underwater.
yeah, it's like you're listening to a conversation underwater. But you are all able to enter the great castle spire of House Bendar. Um, Now this is important. Who is not going through the ethereal realm?
Akasha
Okay.
is not, and I don't think Acacius is either.
Okay. The only downside with this is when you go in through the realm, you cannot interact with the physical world. That's the only downside. Unless
Do our
villain.
sending stones work? The ones that Spinner sent us as we split up into our two planned groups?
Akasha can still talk to them. I just remembered I have a thing I can do.
But the
Nifty.
sending stone should be hopefully more discreet and not take up a spell
And
slot.
then
It won't take up a
Alara,
Oh, neat.
is Alara going in? She's going to be a servant for the matron, right? Or did she want to be in the shadow? Alara?
I think Elara is not present.
Oh, she's typing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think her roll 20 might have crashed or something. I don't see her little thing unless I just don't.
We cannot hear you now. Can you hear us?
Did you mute your mic by accident by any chance?
Maybe leave and come back,
That
maybe?
happens a lot.
Go to office and then back to general. Would that work?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
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 It's very quiet.
I believe I'm doing the service for the matron.
Alright.
Yep, that was
So
the plan anyways.
she's following the matron, I guess. Actually, and then the others are following her in the ethereal realm, and Acacius and Akash are entering in of their own accord. Well, we're gonna try to.
Okay. Those of you that go through the ethereal realm, you are all able to. Is Larissa going through the ethereal realm?
Yes.
Okay. Villain starts to make her way into the castle, and so do the rest of you. Akasha, with your black marsh emblem, the gods let you pass. Indominus
true.
joins in the shadow veil as well, in the ethereal realm. As I will move you all to the map.
I'm
All
assuming
of
I don't
you,
have any trouble as the bodyguard.
they let you pass with Akasha.
Oh, this is creepy.
all of you are down here. There is a big crowd that is gathered. All are clearly sometimes no brow. What do you all do?
Wow.
Marceline,
She wouldn't be sitting there.
like, Marceline and the Ethereal Realm is gonna continue following the crowd, but
Yeah.
kind of be off on the side just in case.
She just walks in like she belongs there.
Acacius will follow close behind. Also, it's a good thing we went with this route because there's a lot of people who were in the tavern who are now here. I'm assuming that is intentional.
Reusing token, probably.
They got the same name, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I assume it's the same person.
Yeah, so do I. Especially, like, those two over there.
I think this lady was as well, Devana.
Yeah, she was. And so where's this one?
Yeah. And then the Duskus and Durnver.
And in the ethereal plane, Sarin would make on purpose to go and plop himself right by where the drow guard would be, just in case.
Well, I assume
Nice.
you have to leave through her doorway, right?
Maybe, I don't know. Sarin doesn't fucking know how that magic works.
Oh, and
Larissa is on Lorcan. Where does Larissa move?
That's a good question. Sorry, I'm gonna grab my mouse. Trying to work this without it. It's a pain.
By the way, before they enter, Acacia's is going to cast Enhance ability on Akasha for Charisma. So she'll have advantage on any Charisma checks for the next hour.
Oh, you spoil me. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk this whole time. This is all going to be on you. Good luck.
That's fine. Like I said, I have a feat or two that make this a walk in the park as long as I don't get any nat ones for fun.
And now you have advantage.
Yep.
Just to ask King to confirm the deal, because I didn't get the response, because it
Oh,
matters
that's
if
right,
I'm
sorry.
interfering with Ventru or not.
Sorry,
Are we directly able to
you would-
interfere, or does someone else have to interfere, or is it just Dimitri himself who's not allowed to interfere?
So Dimitri, you know what? It's better. You know what? I'm just gonna type it out. That's better.
Yes.
By the way, someone who's in the ethereal plane might want to try to explore the castle
Yeah,
to
Marceline.
look for the keep.
Yeah, Marceline will do that.
As long as Sarin's in the ethereal plane, he keeps his eye on Nelara, as well as the other shit that's happening.
I'm gonna have Lorcan roll for scent, so I'm gonna have him do a perception check to see if he can remember Kalen's scent.
Aren't you in the ethereal plane though? Wouldn't that come with a disadvantage of some sort?
Perhaps.
Can you smell from the ethereal plane?
Can he? I don't know what his perception
Yeah,
relies on other than ours.
yeah, ours. Well, yeah, the way that he described it, like the hearing and talking part was affected, so I'm not so sure about the smelling part, but. Don't you just love when we come up with things that King will have to Google real quick because he doesn't know ahead of time?
Okay. Sorry, y'all was speaking something. I was very busy with typing out what Dimitri says to her.
Nope, we're good to interfere. That's what I'm taking from this.
Okay. All of you go into the room. There seems to be like a sort of like uh, wine tasting ceremony basically going on, where the drow are just drinking, having chatter. Um, Viconia and Ventru are talking to some of the priestesses, probably going through last minute rehearsals. Uh, is Akasha doing anything? I know.
Akasha's gonna.
I know Acacius is gonna just click.
Yeah, Akasha's gonna go up to Ventru and his queen wife lady and say hello, congratulations, all that good stuff.
Ventru looks at you. Oh, hello. Lovely to meet you. Viconia looks at you. Thank you for coming. Say, I have never seen you before. Akasha, you can tell Ventru absolutely playing dumb. He don't know you. He never seen you in his life.
Not
In
gonna blow
fact,
his
he is
cover.
blind
This
in
is
his
as-
left eye.
And he's 40% blind in his right eye, so literally, honestly, he can't see shit.
And he has short-term memory loss too, so.
yeah, all the things. She's not gonna blow his cover, but she will give a smile and nod her head, and turn to Viconia. The Black Marsh likes some of the stuff that you've been doing recently and can tell when people seem to dislike it. If you should need any help with that, we are at your call.
Excellent. I wanted to have a conversation with the Black Marsh anyways. Although I am a little bit worried about your recent troubles.
Yes, well, when the head of the snake is removed, it tends to have issues moving. But there's a new head, and he is quieter, but that quiet is not a weakness.
So he pays attention and listens. I see qualities of a very, very good leader.
I think so as well.
She looks at you, she's like trying to pick up things about you. Okay, before I continue on, is anybody else doing anything?
Marceline is going to help Lorcan look for executives.
Would it be rolled at disadvantage, him trying to sniff out where Kaylin could possibly be from the ethereal realm? Or are we just blindly searching?
You can't physically interact with anything from the material plane. So even the perception would just be on eyes and ears. Yeah, you would not be able to see. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we're blindly searching. That's okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to point in the direction here, the snoop.
yeah, so King, while we're in this realm, if we would be to say, oh I don't know, pass a hand through the head of somebody that is in material plane, would it essentially just be like the same thing as a ghost trying to interact with people and just pass through?
Yeah.
Okay, so essentially, you people that are in the ethereal plane would just see Sarin like he's looking around, keeping an eye on Lara, but every now and again you just see him trying to mess with the guard that he's standing next to, just kind of passing his hand in his face and essentially just kind of slapping him through his armor, just trying to kill time.
Sarah.
You see Indominus looking at like the most smug possible looking drow, like he's walking around. Then he identifies this very smug looking gentleman. Then he starts waving his hammer into him like
You two
At this point, you'll just look at Marceline and say, "What? Nobody ever told you that grown men are just boys with bigger toys?"
As Sarin and Indominus are having the time of their life, Viconia looks at you. I am sorry, I did not get your name.
Akasha.
Well, my dear friend, there is a very important announcement I would like to make. After the marriage ceremony is over, I would very much like you to be present.
Uh-oh.
I have a request of my own, if you would hear me.
Acacia's gonna incite the comment. Oh, well, I fucked up.
Marceline can't hear. At least not properly.
Yeah, Kasha, what do you want to ask her?
The Black Marsh has a few people that they are interested in that I hear your house happens to have a hold of, and as a sign of goodwill between our groups, I would like you to relinquish custody of them to me.
She looks at you. I am afraid this one I cannot do because they serve a very, very significant. I will tell you, it is related to the announcement.
Hopefully, the announcement is in the same vein as the one that you gave when you were coronated.
Something like
I can barely hear King.
King, you sound a little muffled.
Yeah, muffled as all hell
Yeah.
and very low volume.
I didn't fully hear the reason why she wasn't able to accept Akasha's heal.
She said something like that.
Like, basically, hey, I can't do that because they hold power, and I'm keeping them. They're mine. Is that what they're basically saying?
Serving a specific purpose is what I heard, but I don't know if I heard
So-
right.
King, I had wanted to incite the, when she initially said, I have an announcement, and I got a 14 for that.
With the 14, the way she says it, it's like she's planning something big.
Okay.
Like,
And then it
really,
also, like,
really big. But occasionally you can also tell, like with the 14 on the inside check, she's a very calculating girl. She's probably like 70 years old.
7?
Not
that's an
17.
elf.
70. 70.
Yeah, 70.
Yeah, but she's a
It's elf
very
age.
calculating woman.
Out of curiosity, is Marceline able to see with her special eyes for it, so I can also make an insight check?
Okay. With your special eyes, you can tell this guy is very dangerous.
No,
This
I was wanting to also roll an insight check to see if I can roll a better one than Acacia's.
yeah, you
Mine
can roll an
did.
insight.
Alright. Crap, 24.
Okay. Yeah, you might want to stop pressing the advantage button.
I
And just
keep forgetting, I'm too used to it, I'm sorry.
it's okay. It's okay. No harm done. With your 24 on the inside check on Viconia, you think that she has been planning a lot of these things for some time, and she has been waiting to get the crown before making these decisions.
Marissa, we need to hurry up and find them.
My lady, the gift.
Yes. I had a gift commissioned for you. It was supposed to be for your coronation, but seeing as you are getting married, I figured this is as good a time as any to give it to you. And she hands the circlet that Acacius handed her to Laconia.
Easily done. She takes it in both hands. Thank you, Miss Akasha.
You are very welcome. And
She does sound genuinely grateful for the gift. She does sound genuinely grateful for the gift.
See, she's not that bad. And as for your request, I will be where you would like me to be for your announcement. So long as
I
my bodyguard can
give the
comfort me.
instructions. Do not worry, you will not be forgotten.
I would like to make an insight check on that.
Yes, you can inside check that.
That almost that almost sounded threatening, if I'm being honest.
That's exactly why I'm doing it.
29.
Nat 20 to a 29.
Like, she's serious. Like, she means it. That certain people that stand out to her will not be forgotten. But it all, you can tell, like, it all caters to this big plan that she has. And that is where I think we'll end the session.